Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dorothy's Country, Kansas Speedway. Here it is the site for round 10 of the XCAL Racing Web Stop Series Street Stocks. Gonna be at Kansas here tonight, the 262.5 live from Kansas Speedway. Gonna be a good one here tonight. We'll see how it turns out. You're gonna see it all live here on Motormouth Broadcasting. Good evening, folks. I'm the Red Dick Announcer, Jake Reeves, the boss man himself of Motormouth Broadcasting, my good buddy, Mr. Big Jim Cunningham, alongside, and also Robert Colgan up here with us as well. Jim, buddy, how the hell are you? We're back after a week off from last week. Remember, we was at Phoenix the week before, then we had an off week. Now we're back at it here tonight. Dorothy's Country, tornadoes. Look at the clouds. May end up getting a tornado when it's all said and done. Buddy, how you doing?
Good, man. Good to be here with you. You know, yes, we are back here at Kansas. Going to be an exciting night. One of my favorite things about this series is on mile-and-a-half tracks, we got no pit road speed limit, folks, on green flag pit stops, and I absolutely love that. So, yeah, man. So let's get this thing rolling. We got a few minutes here till we start. And we're gonna do a couple of interviews first. So let's pull in Alex Goodall if we can first, and get a little interview with him if we can.
Yeah, bringing up Alex Goodall up here. Alex, buddy, I'm telling you what, you've had a hell of a past couple of weeks here with XCAL, buddy. First off, you kind of introducing into this new heel on the block. What do you make of all that, buddy?
I'll take it. I'll take it any day, It feels good to be there, and, I'm not ashamed of it, I think I'm going to have the Carson Hocevar mentality about it of, I'm here, you're going to have to deal with it, and that's just how it's going to be.
Well, there you go. That sums it up. So I guess first question is, I rode you pretty hard during the broadcast last week. I'm assuming that you went back and watched it.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so, and so I made it really clear what my issue was. I personally, thought it was pretty ballsy of you to come in and just drop the heat on a brand new league and all that, but you didn't seem to have a problem doing it. And then in the end, it seems like you got the better of J-Dog last week. So how'd that make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have the best start for the race. It started in the pits, just missed the start of the race. But I thought we had a very clean race that got us up towards the front. And I think this race is going to be even better tonight. Got some good teammates, and going to work our way to the front and stay nice and clean and finish this thing.
All right, man. So so as far as the J-Dog thing, are you, based on the stuff that you said last week and all of that, I don't know if anything's happened during the week in private Discord or anything like that, but do you think that you're going to have to keep one eye over your shoulder, waiting on him to maybe return the favor in the coming weeks, or what do you think?
No, not really. I think he's more of a danger to himself than anyone else. I mean, well, everyone else should be scared. And all I can say is, Phoenix was a nice, clean race for me, and he, ended up wrecking himself out. So, stuff like that's going to happen. I think that's just a him issue.
Jake, what do you think about that, Jake? We got any sound effects you should go with that, you think, or what?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's what you love to hear. Everybody loves the entertainment, obviously. We got beef! Yeah, we're going to end up having beef, and hell of a time to have it on a mile and a half as well. But, Alex, besides all that, obviously, coming out here to Kansas, mile and a half street stocks. These street stocks not usually made for mile and a half. So how are we feeling about that?
No, definitely my first plate race. I think I have a really good feel of these street stocks. I mean, so many of these other guys do too, but, I think it's just going to be a fuel-saving game, and just being very gentle with these things. They love to load the front of the nose when you get under somebody, and that just gets you really loose. Can't be doing that. Just got to play it smart and methodical, and I think we can do that.
All right, buddy.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep. Hey, Alex, you know what you and Carson Hocevar both have in common?
What is that?
Neither of you won yet.
Oh,
Damn.
Well, there we go. All right. I think we'll
won't
close
be
this
seeing you
interview
out
out
on the racetrack.
on. Oh well, he doesn't get out there on the racetrack too much, you know.
But you don't want me to. I get a DUI.
That's what it's okay in sim racing. You can get away with it. All right, man. Well, we will. I'm sure you hope that we get to talk to you later in the broadcast after the race is over, preferably. I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you guys.
Yep. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Good luck.
Buddy,
All
that was
right.
Alex Goodall. Let's see if
Yep.
we can slide Richie,
Richie.
Charles,
Richie.
Charlie.
Yeah, we're gonna find out
Which
about
one
that
is it?
first of all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll bring him up here. Richie Joplin, buddy, up here in the broadcast booth, buddy. I mean, you're going to be on the pole here tonight. What are we thinking about that? Even though last week you had that little, or 2 weeks ago, rather, you had that little altercation with Jack McKee, but you're starting up here on the pole here tonight. Literally two different stories between 2 different weeks. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a plate race. You can start in the back, you start front, middle, and if everything works out, you can win. I mean, it's drafting. The Jack McKee thing, well, I'll go put it this way. He touching me the wrong way. He ain't going to finish tonight. So I ain't going to put up with his crap or any other person's crap tonight. So, yeah, I mean, I was racing him good and hard and clean, and the only thing he couldn't handle it and spun me out. So, yeah, I ain't gonna put up too much of that. And other than that, I'm pretty good.
So
How's y'all not been going?
It's going good so far. I'm just hoping for exciting race tonight. You know, a lot of green flag laps. Hopefully, some good green flag pit stops. I love them 100-mile-an-hour pit stops. I do have a question for you. So is it Richie? Is it Charlie? What do you Charles? What do you like to be called?
I will go ahead and tell you. I can't. I have to watch what I say because Aaron gets mad if I say something wrong. You know, I get penalized. But yeah, Aaron does that to throw punches at me of Richie, Charlie, or anything. But I go by Richie.
Okay.
Richie Joplin would be great. You
There
know,
you go.
Aaron doing that just to pick on me, throw a little bit of stuff. But other than that, that's it.
I can't even imagine that Aaron would do that. He's such an I can't even imagine that from him, you know. But
yeah, he just does that to pick on me and get underneath my skin, and I do stuff to get underneath it. It's just a back and forth thing that we do. I mean, it's all fun, just joke around and stuff and carry on, you know. But yeah, I just 2 weeks ago I was not a happy camper.
I'm sure.
So, you know, if it was real life, he'll be eating out of a straw this week. So, yeah.
Well, let's hope that he doesn't stir up any more trouble with you. That's right.
We got beef.
We definitely got beef. But we're about a minute away from gridding up here, so we're going to let you run, go get ready, and have a good race tonight, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you after.
Thank you, man. Sitting here with your broadcast up right now and showing my car out real good for Country Creations LLC. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, man. Absolutely. Good luck tonight, buddy.
Man. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Well, we just about did it in time. Look at there.
Yeah, we actually had J-Dog Seams was going to be talking to him.
Well,
but
that was if we had time, because I think too. If I'm gonna get a good interview in, I kind of feel like I need two almost. You know,
oh yeah,
it just 3 of them in that short period of time is kind of tough to do sometimes. I think, but either way,
I think we should have had Alex and Jason to do one
well,
together.
you know, no. That's you know, we don't you know. We want them to at least get on the track before it goes south, you know. But yeah, I tell you, we'll see how that turns out. I got a feeling that J-Dog's not going to take that for too very long at all. But I think he'll be subtle about it, you know, and he'll do it when it matters, you know.
I feel like Jason's one of them guys. He's just going to keep his mouth shut.
Yep.
And he's going to do something when it hurts Alex Goodall more.
That's right.
Just like I seen a clip today. I forgot all about it. When back in the day when Hamlin and Keselowski had a beef, Hamlin waited And he actually took Keselowski out of winning the championship last race of the year.
That's right.
Hurt him when it hurts him most.
That's right. And you hit on a good subject right there, because obviously you didn't know this, but old Jake is a big Denny Hamlin fan too. So there's that.
Kind of like Denny. I kind of like Denny. Denny's I like him. He speaks his mind. I mean, you get him.
He does now, which is so
mind,
crazy to me. You know, I've been around so long that, you know, I remember when Denny Hamlin came in as this kid. You know, I mean, he was like 18, 19 years old, whatever he was. He started winning races, you know, and it was just crazy to think that that it's the same guy, you know. But it is. All right, so here we are. And
here we go.
About ready to grid these things up here. We don't have to be in a giant hurry to get the grid going necessarily.
Nah, not really. I mean, you know, but we'll see what we got. Obviously, we'll take a look, see where we're at. As we got the grid lined up here tonight for round 10 here at Kansas with XCAL Web Shop Street Stock Series. Richie Joplin, Ryan Seams starting up here on the front row. P1, P2 in row 1. Row 2, you find Cody Rogers and Albie Hewins. Back there in row 2, starting P3 and P4, respectively. Back there in row 3, right behind them, you got David Mauji and J-Dog Seams. See what they can do right there from that spot, obviously.
What a great story Mauji was last week, man. That was
very much
phenomenal, yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, Mauji. Yeah, fantastic story out of him. As you see Sean Andrews and Jack McKee, obviously they had a little bit of beef going on right there. Not Andrews and McKee, but obviously McKee, obviously with his issues with Richie Joplin as well. So got all that going on. That's in row 4. Now you flip-flop back. You go to row 5. That's where you find Ryan Warp and Jose Godino. Jose tried to capitalize off of a decent run what he had going on at Phoenix. There's Alex Goodall, and there is Brett Meckes. And that's the 12 drivers that will start it up here tonight at Kansas. And it's going to be a good one right here. I think, honestly, Jim Bay, honestly, I think it's just going to be a lot of interesting stuff. Obviously, 175 laps. And, you know, with these street stocks and just how they're going to drive and everything, I think it's going to be all about the aero. It's going to be all about the draft, all about all that good stuff. As the pace car is off, and everybody Motormouth broadcasting, and even David Dean sitting right here beside me, we're getting ready to watch them with XCAL Racing Web Shop Series Street Stocks. They hit the restart zone. We are green flag. Richie Joplin, Ryan Seams, get gas up. Dive off into third one. Joplin down on the inside. Seams up on the top side. And Cody Rogers right in behind him as well. You got Albie Hewins right there behind him. David Mauji rounded out the top 5. For the most part, neck and neck at this point, Jim, as they work their way off of turn number 2.
Yeah, they're going to have to build up. It's going to take just a little bit of time for these cars to get wound up to full speed on these big tracks. This is a big track for these cars, so they'll get them up and rolling here. And but you're going to see it's going to be all night like this. Though this is for these cars, this is the Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta, you know, the pack racing type track, plate racing type track. So interesting note about tonight as we see them all still side by side there as they're coming up to full speed. Fixed setups tonight. So this is one of the tracks that you don't get to mess with the setup on.
No, it's kind of nice. You can throw a guy in a car. That's the nice thing is, you know, teams are looking for people. You can just grab a guy, you know.
So, as based on you've obviously got a lot of experience in this league now, and a lot of rounds of racing under your belt. What's the secret here to these plate races with these cars? You know, obviously they don't move around quite as much as the Cup cars do on the big tracks. But what's the secret here? Oh, 31. What happened to the 131 there?
I think he's just backing up to save some fuel.
Yeah,
I think that's so. You don't want to be the lead car, and that's the thing is. So the safest place to be is up front, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
But when it's a big fuel mileage thing, that's not going to work. So you want to just sit in the back, but sometimes, like if you look, you'll see Goodall and Jose there, I think, or no, is that Jose and Brent?
Brent.
Jose's losing the pack, and Brent is just right at the tail end there. But Jose, he's going to lose the pack, so now he's burning fuel.
Right.
So you can't fall too far back.
He's probably not gonna catch him back if he loses them. So.
Yeah, so it's kind of like going to recess and they pull your pants down over by the slides.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah. And the unfortunate part is if there's no caution, he's going to get his ass spanked as they come around and lap him, because that won't take that long to happen here once he gets away from the draft. What would you say the difference in running? Well, let's see. We'll see here. We're going to look at, as you see, these three up here, now they're just almost got them the top. Let's see. They seem to all be bumper to bumper here, just kind of bump drafting along. I want to see the difference in lap times here with him off the pack and see how much slower he is this lap.
It's drastic and painful. I've done it. And it happens, you don't even realize you did it to yourself.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Like, you're just sitting back, I'm going to take it easy, and next thing you know, they're gone, and it's like crap, you know?
Well, what's funny is he's not really any slower than most of them, a little bit, but like a couple tenths. But he has no ability to pull back up is the problem.
Now,
these other guys are lifting in there running those times.
Ryan Warp is a guy, he may have had a start here or there with XCAL. I have not seen him personally in an XCAL race. But that is a teammate of Jose. He could drag back and easily pick Jose up. I mean, he just needs one guy, maybe two guys.
Right.
Come back. And that might not be a bad idea. You do your own thing. And you're away from the big pack.
Yeah, I'm looking at these lap times now. Now they're starting to, it's starting to separate out a little bit. Alex Goodall up here now at the front. They've shifted back and rustled him up to the front. They're going to let him and Brent burn some fuel up there for a while.
He really liked comparing himself to Carson Hocevar until I pointed out the obvious.
Yeah, well, that's another story,
I'm excited to see what he'll do. I'm with you, though, like just coming right out of the box, swinging. But if the guy thinks he's good enough, I don't blame him either. He might make us all look stupid.
You can talk all the junk you want. The issue that I had was that it was a little disrespectful, but okay, if you're good, it's okay to be cocky. Some of the best drivers in the history of racing were cocky young guys, and that's okay.
Dale Earnhardt.
No, there's plenty of them. I mean, not just Earnhardt.
Oh, yeah.
There was a ton of them.
Yeah.
Tim Richmond. I mean, the list goes on and on. Great race drivers that were cocky when they were young. Darrell Waltrip, obviously one of the cockiest. So many. I mean, to me, what bothered me the most was the fact that he felt justified in wrecking J-Dog over what was obviously an accident. It wasn't like J-Dog was racing him rough. J-Dog missed his brake marker and ran it into the wall and took him out. You know what I mean? That's my issue with the whole thing. It just didn't seem warranted. Look, you put a bumper to me and you wreck me in a race, you damn right I'm going to wreck you back. But I just don't know that necessarily called for it, especially from a new guy,
I don't think so neither, to be honest with you, Jim. I mean, it makes, a whole lot of sense. I mean, all you're asking for, if I may, is an ass whooping. In those particular instances, granted. It's like we was talking about, obviously, you want to come in cocky, you don't want nobody, you don't want to take no crap off nobody, and, have that mentality and everything, but here's the thing. You being a new guy coming into the league, you got to be careful who you piss off. If you make the wrong people upset, you don't know them that good, and you just come out there, brashy and firish and everything else, some of these veterans, that are around, Robert, you could attest to this as well. But some of these veterans around, they're not going to stand up for it. And even with some of these other veterans that have kind of been around, maybe they have had beef with, say, J-Dog or something like that, but they've been around, they've been veterans for quite some time, they may overlook their history with J-Dog and say, look at this little punk coming in here and trying to start a bunch of BS. I'm going to back J-Dog.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
so.
And then they go after the young guy, they go after the rookie or the newbie, I mean, that's something that we're really going to have to watch out for, Jim, because it could happen. And odds are probably is going to happen.
Yeah, I agree. Rob, what do you think?
Yeah, I feel like when you point out, like, he went after the wrong one. There's just certain guys you don't mess with, and Jason Seams is one of them. It's not because he's feisty. It's because I don't really know that many people that don't like Jason. So, and Jason's got a brother from another mother, Ryan Seams.
Literally.
Ryan Seams, yeah. Ryan Seams is the kind of guy that beats people up because they stole his lunch money. So, he ain't, that's my brother, So, one thing I'm interested in, though, is to see how good does he do. He has to go out here and start winning races to make friends, I feel like, and get some respect. That's just how I feel. I mean, I feel like he's going to have to go out here and set the world on fire and back that up.
I couldn't agree more. Again, you can talk a good game, and if you can back it up, everybody's going to buy into the talk. But, if you come out here and, let's face it, 6th place finishes like happened last week's not going to get it. You know what I mean?
Solid run, but you know what? He got there because of a mishap that happened with Jason. So
right,
you can't
and
leave that out either.
And also the incident that occurred up there with Charlie. Now you got me doing Charlie. Thanks, Aaron. With Richie Joplin and McKee last week too. That all helped his position go up in the race. So I don't. We'll see. Let's see if he. Like I said, he's up there up front right now. But we got a long race, and we all know everybody's out there riding around saving fuel right now.
But you bring it up with Joplin though, and you talk about the rivalries and stuff. And I've never personally sat and talked to Joplin until tonight. I've raced with him, and I know he's a feisty, aggressive, but yet fair guy. He gives back what he gets. I'll tell you what. If I was back racing in real life and I had to start a pit crew, I'd put Joplin on my team just because I know nobody would mess with me. That man, he said Jackson eats for a straw.
Yeah.
I never expected that. So I like the guy. I'm a Joplin fan now for sure.
Well, he reminds me of that guy that you go out here at the short track and you see on Saturday night. And somebody spins him out, and the next thing you know, they're scrapping in the infield. That's who he reminds me of. He reminds me of one of them guys that's just gonna be scrapping in the infield, after the race.
But and the thing is he doesn't go looking for a fight. The guy gives back what he gets. So it's like if he's messing with you got to think to yourself, what did I do? Because I did something. So,
right. So I pulled this telemetry back up here again so that we could see. By the way, we're estimating approximately about 40 laps on a pit stop on a fuel run-ish tonight. We'll see how that shakes out. Obviously, some people are going to be better than others at fuel saving. But if you notice here, he's not all the way in that throttle. I mean, you can see how much of the throttle he's off of right there, just riding around out here, just using that draft. Whereas if we go up here, well, surprisingly, he's not using a whole lot more. He's even trying to conserve up front, which is hard to do, but you definitely can do it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the only thing I don't like running in that single file line is, let's say third or fourth just has a little hiccup. look at everybody behind.
Oh, yeah.
What's going to happen?
Yeah, that's the old, it's up front is the safest place to be, but, you burn more fuel up there. I mean, I've never been a fuel guy. That's not my thing. I just don't have the patience for fuel runs. We talked about that 2 weeks ago. For me, I just, I just want to be up front, man. I don't want to be running in the back and get caught up in somebody else's mess. You just see it too often. I mean, it's not as likely to happen here. I tell you what, by the way, they are off the pace so much that Gadino is catching them. He was 2.5 seconds back earlier. Now he's 1.5 seconds back. So it ain't going to be long before he attaches back onto the draft of his teammate there. And
see, when he was losing the field, I wasn't really too he lost the field there, and like I said, he can catch you off guard. But Jose's one of the guys though, for some reason, and I don't know what his tricks are. He actually, towards the end of the race, you're going to see him up front at some point. You're going to be like, how did he get there? He's like the Magic Man. I mean, I'm telling you, you're going to see him up towards the front at some point tonight.
Of course, you say the Magic Man, and immediately, what do I think of? I go right.
Yeah.
Go right to.
Jr.?
No, go right to. Who'd you say?
Cal Naughton Jr.
Yeah, Carl. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I got some Cal Norton gloves, believe it or not.
Yeah.
The hell was you thinking? The band Heart?
No, when you first said that, I thought you said Dale Earnhardt Jr., which is your answer for about 90% of everything NASCAR. So I wasn't sure because you're a big NASCAR.
Why the hell would he be the Magic Man?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Let me ask you this, Jim. Did it blow your mind that I brought up Hart?
No, not really. No, you and I, we're getting to know each other off the air. We've been working together now, I don't know, 6 months or whatever, and obviously we're getting to know each other off the air. But no, that doesn't surprise me. You absolutely seem like a 70s and 80s kind of rock and roll guy. It wouldn't surprise me at all that you liked Hart.
Hey, that's what I grew up on, man. It is what it is. And I'm sure actually everybody out there in the live chat may be going, what the hell are they talking about? Like they have absolutely no idea exactly what the hell we're talking about with Hart and everything. They might.
No, they do. Gerald Poole definitely does.
Oh, I guarantee you Gerald Poole's got an idea.
Yeah.
Guarantee he does.
That may not be his style of music now. By the way, good to have you in chat. And I didn't acknowledge you 2 weeks ago because you were in the race, and I didn't realize that you were going to jump out and go into chat, so I missed that. But it's good to have you here. Always another wealth of information for us here on the channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Gerald Poole, always a pleasure in the chat. Or, there's a couple times he's come up here and he's kind of hollered at us. Remember Long Beach?
Oh,
Came up here and hollered at us. Obviously, at Long Beach, that's where all hell broke loose.
Yes.
With Rondaletto right there on the last 2 laps. And I mean, obviously, I'm probably going to be really poking somebody on this one, but we interviewed Poole, and obviously Gerald Poole owns Octavio Rondaletto's car.
Yes.
It would have been a bad time to interview Gerald Poole when Octavio Rondaletto got took out. But you can imagine what the hell he would say.
Yes. Well, he's a good interview anyway, and like I said, a wealth of information. Obviously.
You know what he would say, right? You got an idea of what he would say?
You tell me. Oh, yeah.
We got exactly what he would say.
Actually, yes. You can believe he's still got beef over that.
Oh yeah, guarantee it.
Look who's in the draft there.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that.
Jose right back up in it.
Yeah, back in it.
I got yelled at because I called him Jose for all these years.
Yeah, well, I asked him.
I
asked him last week to confirm it is definitely Jose. So which is hard for me to say because when I see that, I think Jose. But
yeah. But I've been calling him that for years, and no one. But I never talked to him, so I never said his name. until like this past year. I just found that out.
Now, Robert, I've got a question, and because you have more knowledge of these street stocks, a little bit more than we do, but obviously, when we're sitting here, when we're watching these cars going around, obviously here at Kansas, to the NASCAR fan, me, Jim, that we're looking at this and we're thinking, well, damn, this looks just like Talladega. Honestly, it looks like Daytona. Everybody's in a draft. Everybody's around on the bottom of the racetrack. But in the past, we've seen them where they would get single file and they would ride up on the top side for the momentum. Would that be something that these street stock guys would think, maybe to ride on the outside for the momentum? Or is everybody just basically down the bottom, down the center where Grandpappy has the moonshine from Granny, or cough syrup, I guess you could say at this point, at least for how I'm feeling. But would they, but are they riding on the bottom to save the fuel? But they could just go up on the top side and just ride the momentum up against the wall?
Well, yes, the fuel, these are fuel mileage races right now. And that's what I don't like about fuel mileage races, because it does bring it brings a bore to an outside fan, like maybe a NASCAR fan. It might be a little exciting because they kind of know the science behind all of it. It's going to get interesting at the end, but you gotta let the momentum build up. But the other big reason is these cars just don't got the horsepower to run up there. You are going to burn a hell of a lot of fuel, but you're really not going to make much time. Even back when we raced against the fuel, like there was no fuel mileage to worry about. You would get 2 lines of traffic, but they were battling trying to stay as low as they could. There was a lot of side drafting. It brought a lot of excitement, but it brought some pretty nasty wrecks. It takes out a lot of cars. The rest of the race could become boring.
I can see
you
both
wouldn't see
sides
these
of that.
guys riding up on the top side. You wouldn't see them just riding up on the top, just to kind of momentum to kind of go faster, because we've seen that in the past.
Yeah,
at least NASCAR wise.
Yeah, but like with these cars, there's just not the aerodynamics. There's not the horsepower.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, you are literally taking the longer way around the racetrack in one of these. They don't have. That's the thing though too is. Yeah, they're riding in a straight line, single file. It looks boring. It probably looks easy too. Thing is they're doing a lot of manhandling around there on that steering wheel and stuff. Like David Mauji, he just gets up on that wheel, seesawing it around. They're not sitting there with one hand on the wheel, just cruise control.
That, of course, flashes me back to Dale Earnhardt Sr. That old. Was it Rusty? Somebody, Waltrip, I think it was Waltrip that said, he said he's in there sawing on the wheel, and he's battling that car the whole way around, and a few laps in, and here comes Dale Earnhardt around on the top side of him, and he looks over, or goes underneath him, he looks down at him, and old Earnhardt's over there kicked over in the seat, one arm up on the roll bar, just driving it with one hand. Oh, that's good stuff.
Only him.
Yeah, he was great, man.
Well, lap 32 right here of 175, Alex Goodall, the biggest mover in the race, up 10 spots. Jim, the bad part about it, we can sit here, we can look, and we can see, well, Alex Goodall, hell, he's up 10 spots. Okay,
yeah,
well,
that sounds great,
he's,
right?
He's, he's lighting everybody's ass up right now. But obviously, he is losing the fuel gain on everything. The big thing about it is that if you would see somebody be up that many spots, you would think, well, damn, somebody has lost a bunch of spots. Here's the problem. Nobody has. The biggest loser out of everybody's Ryan Seams. He lost 4 spots. He started second. He's all the way down to 6th. The other guys that have lost spots have been 2, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah.
That's about it. Albie, or he wins up 2. J-Dog's up 1. That's it. Literally, Alex Goodall just said, piss on this. I'm going to lead this pack. And my God, he went up there and he's going to lead them.
That's, again, I'm sure that there's not one single guy in this line behind him that has an issue with that at all at this point in this race. You want to get up there and lead? Go ahead. We'll sit back here and save some fuel, Yeah, I'm just curious as to when this thing shakes out here on this first set of stops. Is he going to have to stop a lap earlier because he's led so many laps? At this point, let's see where we're at here. He has.
Well, my big thing is the thing you got to throw in this whole equation is there's no pit speed limit.
Right.
So I feel like there's a bigger gain, but there's more of a loss than a gain whenever you don't have a speed limit. I feel like you could miss your pit stall. You're trying to go in way too high.
Absolutely. Wreck the car coming down across the white line, getting down onto the apron.
If you take it too easy, you lose a lot. Like a lot. Like,
well, we'll see it. We're
limit,
in fact, I'm gonna pull the
mistake.
old pit time thing up here so that when they start pitting, we'll see it, and you'll be able to watch these pit times. In fact, let me see here. Well, when we go to start pitting, I'm gonna probably won't do that. That was just a mishit.
XCAL, they actually did a race a while back, North Wilkesboro, no pit road speed limit. And you want to talk? Oh, look here!
Up here,
look
they're
here.
coming.
This is interesting.
36, obviously, and no pit road speed limit. Watch what happens there. They're going to have to slide in here, and they got to lock it down and not blow it going into the pits. So you see right there, obviously, Alex Goodall, one of them coming in, Richie Joplin.
Jose, and I think that was Joplin, had a overshoot, and that's going to be critical. Now I'm wondering when they're going to come out. Like, you're going to see how big the gap was. Plus, Jose, he has to take probably more fuel than everybody else already because he was wasting more.
How would you say this track is on tires with these cars? Does it wear them, or is it pretty heavy on the wear, or no? Everybody else is coming in now with the exception of Ryan.
It can be. I'm just looking to see if anyone's missing here, but Mauji, he was pretty laid back pulling into his stall, so that could be a time loss. But I feel like the reason why they take tires is just because it's going to still be putting fuel in the car. So why not take 4 freshies?
No, of course, yeah.
But I feel like if we came down in nitty gritty and no fuel involved, it's towards the end of the race. New tires, old tires, I don't think there's a huge difference. I mean, I don't think there's going to be you're not going to see the fall off. And in fact, the car might actually even handle even better.
Well, let's see who's getting out here. It looks like Richie Joplin got out here first with Al B behind him. Godino, who was off the draft over half that run. And now he's up there in third place when it's all said and done. Once this thing shakes out after these pit stops.
Yeah, Jim? I mean, that right there, that just goes to show you, that. I mean, you think about it. Obviously, NASCAR fans would sit there and they would think about that with the strategy and how all that is. If it works out that way, and Jose. See, y'all got me saying it too. But Jose, if it works out right here, could end up being in a prime position to be in that third spot. It's one of those strategy things, Robert, like you were talking about, Jim, like you were talking about. And it's one of those strategy things like we see all the time. Is it going to work? Right now, probably not, because they're just going to fall in line. And obviously, they're just going to ride right in behind Cody Rogers right here in the one. We see Ryan Seams just try to sneak up, maybe make something happen. J-Dog back there, he jumps up top. He tries to make something happen. Jack McKee's going to slide up. That's going to open the door. Richie Joplin down the inside.
They're heading back to the back again. They're all going backwards.
Yeah, but I got sidetracked. What I was trying to get at was that you do something like that. You try to do something for as far as the fuel, the strategy, whatever you got to do to near yourself closer to the front. And Jose has certainly did that.
Look at you want to see something, I don't know what happened, but take a look at who's running 12th place.
Yeah.
What happened? Was that, is
pit
that
stop.
Inexperience?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Inexperience. So you run your mouth and you pull out rookie numbers.
So I wanted to, unfortunately, the one thing I cannot stand about this software that for these NASCAR or stock car type racing events is it doesn't allow me to show the people at home everyone's pit stop times at the same time. And possibly with this I can. Let me see here.
I feel like I like
No, it
NASCAR
doesn't.
when they had slower pit stops.
So this is the thing, okay? Everybody else who's in this race they pitted their entire time on pit road was 1 minute 20 or 1 minute 19 seconds to 1 minute 22 seconds. Okay, so that includes the whole getting down pit road at full speed, getting stopped in your box. We even saw a couple of guys overshoot their box and have to back up and all of that. Goodall, he was at 136. So he was 14 seconds slower.
And it shows. Yeah.
You know, and time in the box, he was longer than anybody else significantly. Goes
That's
back.
a fuel thing.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Goes back to needing more fuel. So it shuffled him back. And if that happens, at the wrong time in the race and he makes that same mistake, he's going to be where he can't catch the pack, which
Now
maybe
he's
now.
already there, though. He's burning up more fuel again, but he ain't having no fun. So
Yep. He's
by the way-
completely off the pace here. Look at this. I'm trying to
Yeah,
get a shot
he's-
that will show us how the pack in front of him, but he's so far behind I can't even get a shot that will show here. Let me see.
Jose's falling back here now. What
Maybe
I was going to point
You
out.
think to come get him potentially, or no?
No,
No.
he ain't. He's like, screw that guy.
So who are
Yeah.
Alex Goodall's teammates, if you would? Let me see. Do I have
Actually,
that plugged in
Jose. Jose's one of them. Jose, Ryan Warp,
yet? Yeah, which Warp
Charles
is.
Joplin.
But he's 12 seconds behind Ryan Warp right now. There ain't no recovering from that.
Yeah, that's actually Jared Poole's car.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that's why I'd like to get Gerald Poole's opinion sometime on this new driver he has with Goodall. He's interesting.
Yes.
I mean, I can pick at him all I want. I'm definitely glad he's here.
No,
He
it's,
brings
yeah,
some
no, it's good
excitement.
stuff.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
I mean,
I don't
again,
want to-
there's nothing wrong with somebody coming in cocky, but at some point in time, you got to back it up. At some point in time, you're going to have to find a way to, to make them eat those words, or to respect you for shouting those words out like that.
Hey, these guys can stack up, wreck. He gets caught up. There's going to be less cars on the field. He's like, yeah, who's the stupid one now?
Yeah, but it's not like you did that intentionally.
Yeah.
That was strictly inexperience at coming down pit road wide open. That's what that was.
Yep.
And it shows. And then again, it was also inexperience because he led all those laps. But hey, we need to talk about something as the laps are ticking down here. Jake, you want to talk about it, or you want me to?
Have at it, buddy.
Okay.
Have at it, Jim.
So Ryan Seam's mother-in-law, been a big fan of XCAL for a long time. Apparently she was extremely interactive in chat and all of that, watched all the broadcast and all those type things. Her name was Tanya Gleason, and we apparently Ryan and XCAL lost her this week. And so coming up in a few laps, she was unfortunately very young, 54 years old when she passed. And we are going to run a silent lap 54 in her honor. And so we're going to do that. We're going to no commentary whatsoever on lap 54, just out of respect for her and to show XCAL's appreciation for her.
Yeah, I mean, and Jim, I mean, obviously, that's a big deal. Just the love that league does, for a member. When a tragedy or something like this happens, no matter what happens, with the beef and the entertainment aspect and all that happens and everything. Robert, I'm sure that you can speak your piece on this as well. But even with the entertainment, the beef, and then everything that happens, when something like this happens right here, it's amazing how a group, a league, comes together and does something like this for one of its fellow men.
Yeah, I mean, you said rivalry to the side and everything. I mean, that's all fun and stuff. But when something like that happens, I mean, everyone gets together and shows their respect. I know XCAL's pretty good about doing that. We've had, over the years, a few tributes to people. They've run stickers for people. I remember I ran a tribute car for a long member, Jeremy Leto, in an XCAL race. I believe it was at Oxford. Had a tribute car just for her. He lost his mother, and it's just sad when that happens, but it's nice you got a bunch of people to rally around you.
Yeah, well, and that kind of goes to what these leagues are really all about. This is more than just coming out and racing for some money. By the way, purse is over $265 tonight, something like that. Still has a chance to grow, obviously. But that's what league racing's all about. It's not just about coming out here racing and running around for some money. It's it's about community. It's about friendships. Even the beef. I mean, that's all part of it. It's it's its own little community. And it's different than these officials. You are going to be held accountable by the other drivers for your bad driving or whatever, whereas at officials you won't see half those guys again. There's just a sense of community here, and to me it's my favorite part of what league racing is all about, really.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say real quick, yeah, I mean, I don't know about that official deal because, you might not see him again. There's quite a bit of times I've actually seen guys come after me and officials,
But you're not held
and
accountable.
you
You don't have to
after-
talk to the guy in Discord,
No. Go ahead, Robert.
He forgot what he was going to say now. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, no, I did.
I did.
Uh,
Well, just that, we were talking about that sense of community and stuff that you get.
Yeah.
Right.
But
it's just, I mean,
there's no
it's
community
nice.
going back to get Alex Goodall right now. He is
No.
he's 13 and a half seconds off the pace here. He's almost as close to getting lapped as he is to the back of the field. So there's that.
Don't worry, Alex. They'll come get you.
But, yeah, we're coming around on lap 53
54
now.
here.
So we're going to, once we
We're
cross
hitting
the
lap
stripe
54.
here for lap 54, this one's for you, Ms. Gleason.
Shout out to Ryan Sims and obviously Miss Gleason. I've got a feeling, obviously, like we were talking about, Jim, I got a feeling Ryan's going to come back to that one right there. He's going to watch that lap right there. He's going to want to come back and watch that lap right there, and it's going to kind of hit home for him.
Sure.
If it was me, I would do the same thing if it was one of my family members. In that instance, I would definitely want to see it, and it would hit home for me as well.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just again, it's just your group of your, friends and associates here that you race with week in and week out that are just showing some love and respect for you and your family. Can't beat it. But that being said, we are now 56 laps into this race, and at this point, I have to say there's, a bit of a pleasure in seeing if Alex Goodall is going to be able to catch the field or if the field's going to catch him. It's going to be interesting to see how that all works out in the end.
Jim, this right here, in all seriousness, this right here with Alex Goodall, with how he's done and, everything that he said and all this is a prime example of a bulldog mouth overloading his puppy dog ass. That is exactly what this is kind of turned into right here, to be honest with you.
You know what? I said a lot of that crap last week, and then he ended up finishing ahead of J-Dog. So I'm going to reserve some of those comments for the end of the race this week because
or you can, by all means.
As much as I got a little bit of that on myself as well last week because I ran him down, and he ended up being in a better spot than J-Dog in the end. But I just know that if J-Dog had missed the pack by a little bit, somebody probably would have fallen back and pulled him back up there if need be.
I mean, you can, Jim, you can reserve yourself all you want to. I wasn't talking about, I never said anything about the Happy Meal shit. I never said anything about any of that. That was you.
You know what?
I didn't lay back on nothing. So I can kind of,
I'll tell you what, speaking of Happy Meal, let's check in on his Happy Meal funding and all the other points situation going on in the league this week. Let's see.
What happened to that reserve and stuff, Jim? What happened to that?
Well, no, it's here we go. This is your. Well, you can go ahead and go over the points here.
Yeah, why not? Obviously, I told you to run the Leto.
The most valuable driver is what we should call it.
Yeah, obviously the MVDs stand-ins. Obviously, Octavio Rondeletto.
That sounds like something you'd get a shot for, but that's another story entirely. But anyway,
MVD.
I like to take shots.
Yeah, I bet you do. That's a different kind of shot entirely.
Yeah, we're talking about a completely different shot. I mean, that right there actually kind of scares the that scares the hell out of me right there, to be honest with you.
You go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted you there.
Yeah, you good. Octavio Rondeletto obviously leading. He's got obviously 405.44 in his total win column. He can buy a crap load of Happy Meals with that. Matt Bear, obviously both of those drivers not here this evening. Stephen T. Rex not here this evening. Obviously Jason Seams, obviously he is. And, he's currently sitting in the fourth spot of those. Then obviously Jose, David Mauji, Ryan Seams, Jack McKee, Jared Mogard, who we haven't seen that much. And then obviously Richie Charles Joplin. You flip-flop down. You got to keep going. That's when you go down and you find, according to Jim, Mr. Happy Meal, that's Goodall, sitting in the 20th spot with $19.75.
Hey,
I will go ahead.
Look at how much he upped his money, though, in 1 week. He can buy like a couple of Happy Meals now.
Well, I was fixing to say that, but I will say this, Jim. Happy Meals are not cheap no more.
No, they're not. They're not they're not.
They're not.
The toys suck.
Yeah, they do. But at McDonald's.
They do have some cool Croc toys right now, though. Like Crocs.
Look, this is
what
I order. I get what you're saying. Yeah, the little Croc toys. But when I go to McDonald's, I get the 2 cheeseburger, 20-piece nugget meal. Okay?
There you go, yes.
Once you buy that, plus the drink, and then you get the 2 fries and all that other shit, and then you end up getting the apple pie and everything else.
$20.
It is. Alex Goodall can't even afford that.
No, he can't. He definitely cannot afford the 2 cheeseburger, 20-piece nugget meal, a big boy meal. He can't handle the big boy meal yet.
No. I thought you was going to reserve this.
No, I'm just speaking truth.
I'm throwing you a bone.
But you did throw me a bone.
I'm throwing you a bone. I'm throwing you a hell of a bone.
But
to be honest with you.
Here's the car owner points here, and And we see, well, you can go over those as well. I'm horrible at reading. Oh, look, we got somebody out of line here. Look at the 66.
Yeah, 66 sliding on up. Actually, that is Brent Meckes, I believe it is, actually jumping out of line. 66, showing 67 actually on the timing and scoring.
Yep,
I'm not sure about that, but
he's actually the guy that's on top of the charts, though.
He is.
In the
enough, yes.
You know, so, well, look at that.
Yeah, obviously right there, Brent Meckes right now leading as far as the owner's standings. Gerald Poole, this is all coming into tonight, obviously. So Brent Meckes, Gerald Poole, obviously sitting right there in the second spot, about 12 points back from Brent Meckes. Obviously, Gerald Lawrence drove that 67 last week, so obviously Brent Meckes is going to be driving that 67 this week to get the car owner points for that. Gerald Poole, obviously he had Richie Joplin last week. He's got Richie Joplin this week, and believe it or not, Richie Joplin is leading the damn race. That is fantastic for him. Matt Pear, obviously with Steven T-Rex, the 70. There is no 70, so that's just a bad deal for that. And then obviously it goes down the list. And then obviously, I mean, if you see it, Jim, we talked about this a while ago with Gerald Poole and everything, you know, that Gerald Poole has done for XCAL. And you look at how many times his name is on that damn list.
He owns the maximum number of cars, which is 5, I believe.
I mean, he does. Yeah, but he does. I mean, right there, he's, let's see, second, 6th, 9th, 10th, and 15th.
Yep.
Yes, so, I mean, literally, I mean, he is scattered all over the place. And that just goes to show you right there the dedication that Gerald Poole has for this league. And not only the dedication, but at the same time, the knowledge and the talent for picking some of these drivers to put in these street stocks to come out here and do what they're doing. And they're obviously your rookie of the year. Once again, there's David Mauji. He currently leads it.
He can buy one of the fancy steak dinners.
Yeah. Yeah, he damn sure can. Matter of fact, I'll tell you, Ron Leto could probably buy him a damn cruise ticket if he wanted to right now. I mean, you know, no joke. Jack McKee, obviously, right there with Cody Rogers. John Canizaro, obviously, Justin Bird, Ryan Warp. Once again, Mr. Happy Meal, it's good all. And then, obviously, Earl Seams, the 8 drivers, obviously, running for the Rookie of the Year.
He needs to show up with a McDonald's paint scheme next week. That would be epic.
Awesome.
If he showed up with a McDonald's paint scheme, no joke.
I wouldn't even. I'd give him some. I'd give him some praise if he did that.
If he did, I would give him some praise, but it would be after I ran to McDonald's and got the 2 cheeseburger, 20-piece nugget meal.
Well, after this week, he'll probably be able to afford that. He'll probably be able to afford that after this week.
Hell, I can afford it right now. So, I mean,
did you see Gerald's name on that list? You did point that all out.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
So, and I actually remember when Gerald came into XCAL. I was here before Gerald was. I remember him coming in, and he just started as a driver for a team, J&S. And now look, he's built like an empire at XCAL.
He is. He does have an empire, doesn't he? Speaking of that, his car, one of his cars, is out there leading the race right now. The 48.
One's in last.
Well, there is one in last.
Beginning to end.
Hey, you know, Jim, real quick. Speaking of which, we're talking about obviously McDonald's and Happy Meals and everything. And I know we've already kind of went off the rails real quick, but Jim, I do it about every broadcast now because I don't do it on my podcast anymore because I ain't got time to upload a podcast. But we got beef.
Who you got beef with?
I have some beef. This is for every single one of y'all. And if y'all are in the live chat and y'all take this offending, I'm sorry. But if you work at a McDonald's or a Wendy's or something like that, I like my cheeseburger with just cheese and ketchup only. If you can't follow simple instructions
here we go.
on a cheeseburger, you don't need $15 an hour. Okay? I could understand if I wanted 3 pickles, 4 slices of onions, some whipped cream, this, that. If I wanted all this, it's just a simple ass cheeseburger with ketchup only. I mean, come on. We can't screw that up. And not only that, when I order 20-piece nuggets, I want 20 of them, not 18. I mean, don't be stingy with the damn
Please
nuggets. Come
don't
on.
tell me that
Jose's
you.
pitting.
Oh, he sure is. Look at there. Yep. There he
He
comes.
messes up here.
There goes Jose.
It's interesting.
What was
Interesting that he chose, with all those teammates he's got, to come in and pit by himself.
Well, he did overshoot the box, so here's the thing. He was lagging behind. He overshot his box. He backed up, but he still came out with a lot of guys. I'm wondering if he took less fuel than
Well, there's his
else.
teammate. He did come with his teammate. His teammate was just so far behind that it took him a while to get there. Yep, here they come. Yes.
Jim, you were actually going to ask, do I really count the chicken nuggets?
Yeah, please don't
You were
tell me.
gonna ask
That
that.
please don't tell me you do that.
Well, when my wife's going to get half of them, you damn right I count them. There's 2 boxes in there, 10 apiece. We make sure.
Yes.
And
Okay.
my ass always ends up getting the short end of the stick. She gets the 10, and I get the 8.
Welcome to being married. That's how it works.
That's well. Put 2 more nuggets in there, we ain't got no problem. I paid for 20, not 18.
Well, let's see. Here these 2 come off.
But they feel entitled for $15 out. I'm sorry, I went off the rest.
You did.
There you
Coming
see.
in.
Look who got out
Couple
first.
more right
would you?
here. Look at there. Oh, that's good all.
Okay, so this time he does way
Took way
short
less fuel.
time in the box.
He took
And-
way less fuel. Too.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He had to have.
He had to.
Look at Cody Rogers. Everybody lined up right here. Going around him, obviously.
Yeah,
They're going to
well-
put him 2 laps down right here, though. But obviously, they got to make a pit stop, Jim.
Yes, well, there's some more coming back there. Obviously, that group's got to get around him, or he can hold him up from pitting by blocking him there, which is they all had to kind of slow up and drop in behind him to get into pits. But
The idea, too, though, is I can maybe take a little less fuel. Would it pay off to take a little less fuel, stay
in
with
the
these
draft,
guys?
yes,
Yeah,
I think
and
it
then
would.
bank off of that and maybe try to. I mean, you're going to have to do hard work, but you can maybe stretch that fuel
Yes,
a little
but
bit.
we're talking about a difference of these other guys are taking, our pit stops are 1 minute, 2 seconds. He took 20 seconds less fuel.
Mm-hmm.
That is, that's huge. 20 seconds worth of fuel is a lot.
A lot. That's a lot.
Well, they obviously these cars take, a minute to fuel them up essentially here. So, but still, I mean, that's pretty crazy, really.
Yeah, it is, Jim. I mean, and I mean, hey, Jim, me and you, we've called a lot of races together. We really have, buddy.
Yep.
And we've saw some crazy stuff. This could be one of those times where we see something crazy happen, and it end up paying off. Then again, it could end up screwing them. Only time will tell to see what will happen. But Alice Goodall is not left. I mean, he's at least got himself back into the hunt, back into the thick of things, back up here with everybody else.
Yeah.
So at least he's not 18 seconds behind the lead. And I think that's what he's
No,
trying to
but
attempt to do.
he's
and
going to have
everything,
to
but-
pit probably.
You're already screwed, so why not?
Oh,
just
yeah,
try
he's
something?
screwed.
You know what I mean?
No,
So,
I mean
like,
I
you're
don't just I
screwed.
don't
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
disagree
saying.
with this theory.
Yeah.
And what would
Yeah.
serve him best would be a caution.
Oh, yeah.
Then
And that's
he
all you can hope for.
because otherwise he's going to end up. By the way, Ryan, his teammate, also kind of short pitted there as well. He only pitted for 53 seconds, and I think that he cut his pit stop short because his teammate was leaving, and he knew that he was going to be out there alone. And
I can I can speak from XCAL experience. That does go on more than you think. Like you're waiting for your teammate to go out, and you just your fingers by the button. You
Oh, sure.
shut the
Yeah.
fuel off and take off. I've been through that, and you're just hoping and praying. You know, you're kind of throwing a Hail Mary at one point.
Yeah, no, I 100% believe it happens on the regular for sure. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think Goodall's strategy was bad, but if this thing continues to go green, it's not going to help him because he's going to end up having to pit, 3 or 4 or 5 laps before anybody else, and that's going to be huge, and he's going to end up having to short pit again to try to still recover. But it's just gonna snowball on him. But if a caution comes out, he's golden. He's right back in the thick of things. And look at this, would you?
I like the strategy because look, they're getting race here.
Yeah, they are.
So I mean, when you get down to the nitty gritty in a plate race, it is all literally about patience. So you make that move way too early, end up ending your night. There's some guys I've seen them send it with like 10 to go or so. And there's no cautions with 10 to go here.
Right.
So there's a wrench in the equation. I know from going back before, you were kind of setting your fuel mileage based on the 10 to go thing. Where
yeah, sure. Because I mean, at that point,
nitty gritty.
I like the fact that there's no cautions with 10 to go, though. It lets these races finish. I like that.
They finish under green, and that's what the people pay to come see.
Yes. I mean, I will say this. The other side of that is green-white checkers are pretty exciting, too. So, and that was created for that very reason, and it does work. Well, let's see. We are almost to halfway.
Yeah, we're getting down to obviously the nitty gritty right here, Jim. Obviously, when we get to that second half of it, that's when you'll obviously see how these strategies are going to work out and everything else. But for the most part, it's been very calm, at least at the moment. But we know how this usually works out. When we watch races, like I said, the past history me and you have had watching some of these races, when it starts out kind of calm, 9 times out of 10, all hell breaks loose right there within about 10 to go. And to be honest with you, look back at Long Beach. Think about that. I mean, literally. I know it was a damn road course. This is a mile and a half. But think about it. All race. It was like Tavia Rodoletto. He was kicking ass. He was doing this. He was gone. He was going. He was moving. He was this, that. 2 laps go, bam. All hell breaks loose. Phoenix kind of seemed like it kind of calmed down right there for a little bit. And then right there close to the end, all hell breaks loose. I got a feeling we're probably in for the same situation right here. What do you think, Jim?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's certainly it's a different scenario, obviously, with the road course, like you said. But no, I mean, these guys are definitely going to start scrambling when it comes down to it at the end, and that's when it's really going to all, got the chance that all hell could break loose. And Gerald Poole commented there in the chat. By the way, you need to join us in the virtual grandstand and chat with us. If you're watching this race, get in there and chat with us. I mean,
absolutely.
But Gerald said that their thought process there for Flaming Karma was to get the cars back out on track together and and move forward from there and hope that the strategy pays off and they get back on the pit cycle. The thing was, when they pitted, it kind of triggered everybody else to pit, though. So there wasn't a huge gap there. I mean, the last cars that pitted 4 laps later than them. So it wasn't a massive gap there that it could have been. So I mean, it's a good strategy. I can't fault it at all. I mean, if you're he was going nowhere fast, separated from the pack like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're
84, 175.
I was gonna say we're not
He
even halfway
wins.
here, so
Yeah, no, it's
Nah,
they're rolling
I mean,
right along. I mean,
there's
this is
a lot
quick
that can
laps.
happen.
You know, less than 40-second laps here. These things knock off pretty fast.
I'm just very interested to see what we spread apart after the first pit stop. And then after the second pit stop, we're all grouped back together. I'm interested to see where it scatters on the third pit stop here.
I agree.
Like,
So at this rate, let's start looking forward a little bit, a little pit strategy. So going forward here, they're essentially pitting with about 37 laps or so, roughly 30, 35, 37, somewhere in there. So going forward from here, assuming we go green, they're going to pit around 110 will be the next pit stop. And then after that, the next one will be, by the way, they only have the 4 sets of tires tonight. They did not vote for the extra set of tires tonight. But again, like Rob said earlier, I don't think that tires are the big deal here. They hold up pretty well, I think. So 110, and then we're going to get about 145 or so, and then they should be able to get home from there. It's going to be 145, 170, it's 180, yeah. So we'll see if anybody's going to try to get some track position from that last pit stop, because they can pit a little bit early off the cycle on that last one. I can't lie though. I almost kind of want to see a caution come out to throw the pit strategy off a little bit, just to change it up.
You would.
But the real winner would be Alex Goodall.
It would.
Out of it all.
It would.
So it's like
Yeah.
but it resets everything. Did he learn a lesson? All right, we're not going to do that again.
Well, the thing is, I mean, the reality is that team has got an experienced car owner in the box, So he, I'm sure that more than likely he orchestrated that early pit stop to get him back into the pit cycle with Ryan there, and clearly they are learning their lesson. They're sitting back there minding their fuel right now, So
that's what I like with FKR. FKR, they bring in some really good drivers, and they mold the driver into being a good driver. I like Goodall's cockiness. I do. I like it. And if Gerald can teach him a thing or two, I might be a fan favorite someday.
Well, I mean, look, the reality was Earnhardt was a heel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People love that dude, man. And what's funny is, even the people that hated him, once he passed away, loved him.
Oh, yeah.
You had to love him for what he was, and so there's absolutely a place for a heel, so and NASCAR's had their fair share of those bad boy, types over the years. I mean, Tim Richmond was one of those, kind of bad boy because he didn't fit the NASCAR profile when he came around, and obviously Jeff Gordon, may have been a good boy. He wasn't he didn't do heel things on the track, but he wasn't extremely popular because he didn't fit the NASCAR profile, but
Who he did? I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did say that out loud.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You can't argue with the fact that the dude was a good driver.
Yeah, absolutely.
You definitely can't argue that, and you can't argue that he had one of the best crew chiefs in NASCAR history working on his car there during his heyday years too.
Steve Letarte, you mean, right?
No, I don't mean Steve Letarte as much as
Oh, so you don't like Steve Letarte?
I don't have anything against Steve Letarte, but what's old boy's name?
Oh, you're talking about Ray Evernham, too. You're talking about.
Yeah, Ray
Okay.
Evernham. Kind of probably slightly more known for his innovation than Steve Letarte, maybe. But I like Letarte.
Hell, they was all good. They was all good. Ray Evernham, Steve Letarte, Robbie Loomis, Chad Canals.
Chad Canals says, I will go to my grave, and I'm not a Jimmy Johnson fan, will go to my grave arguing that what Chad Canals accomplished as a crew chief was better than anybody before him. Because to do it in the modern era of racing when it was so easy for all those other teams to be good, you know, and he did it. He did it in a time when it was hard to dominate, and they did.
Jim. I'll say this. Obviously, I mean,
plus he got busted cheating and got suspended a few times, and I love that.
Oh yeah. Man, well, look. I'm like Dale Jr. on that. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That's right.
Which is how it should be. But here's my opinion on that as well. I mean, Jimmy, I like him. Don't like him. I'm kind of right there in the middle. I mean, I'm not like, oh my God, Jimmy Johnson and everything else.
Yeah, I don't dislike him. Yeah. I'm just not a fan. Because he was too commercial for me, But
yes,
these are my.
But
sponsors.
the conversations Chad and Jimmy had on the radio.
Epic.
Oh, after this broadcast, folks, just go look it up. Jimmy Johnson, Chad Canals radio transmission or radio chat or whatever. You will laugh your ass off. Literally laugh your ass off. And if you don't have an ass, you might not want to watch it. Because you won't have nothing left. All it'll be bone. That's it.
Jody Shelton shouted out Andy Petrie. That's another good one.
That's a damn good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Larry Mack was a good one too, but he wasn't as good.
I think Larry Mack. Yeah, Larry Mack was good. Larry Mack was good, and I love Larry Mack in everything else he's done, broadcasting wise, and all of that. One of the best, Larry Mack walked into a situation that he was not ever going to be able to.
Was pit.
Is he already?
Yeah, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. That's perfect. Is he already, though? That is.
Yeah, and it looked like he overshot his box just a bit.
He's up on
Alex
the
got off hitting.
But see, Ryan is not, so that's going to be interesting to see what happens here now. All right, so.
Does he maybe just have to save so much at the end? Everybody else is going to be way good. He's just got to. He might be in one of them situations. I think at all he might be
I
good
can't believe that he would have been out of fuel there. Was it that? Yeah, I guess he could, though. What did I say? They were going to pit at 75? They were going to pit at 110? Yeah, no, that's about right, actually.
That's
about right. That's about right. So he's staying right now. He's getting his gas right now. So, but again, man, he's having rough pit stops, man, getting down pit road and stuff. We'll see. But, I mean, to be honest, man, look, it ain't easy to hit your pit box at 100 miles an hour. No. It's not. Uh-oh.
It's very
Why does it show
hard
him? Oh, no, okay. It showed him with a black flag, but they got cleared.
Well, that would just, it will get clear. They have to clear. Aaron in the booth, he has to clear those blacks when they come down.
Oh, for speeding. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
And, I had mentioned earlier, I think, XCAL, they had a race at North Wilkesboro with no pit speed.
Yeah, you had said something about that earlier, but
but that takes you back. Like you have them here at Kansas.
I wish they were everywhere. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I do.
But it takes you back whenever they are doing that, like North Wilkesboro, old school,
Bristol,
and they. Yeah.
Where they got to go all the way around the long pit road at Bristol, and they're flying. That was all so good. Man, I was so fortunate to come up in a time, just an amazing time in racing, getting to see, all of that stuff. And, I got to see all of the legends still race. I got to watch Richard Petty win his 200th race when Ronald Reagan called him on the phone after the race. And, just some of the cool things that happened with those guys, but yet I still get to see the modern era and everything. Yeah, man, I don't know. Goodall, I think he's going to be okay here. He's blended in up here at the front right now. but he's going to obviously slide back and hang on here. Or he might just stay up front and wait for guys to pit. Yeah, we'll see how this is going to work out for him. Going to be interesting. But back to pit crew chiefs we were talking about earlier. Andy Petrie they brought up. That was a good one. But Larry Mack. I think Larry Mack would have been one of the best crew chiefs ever if Davey Allison doesn't pass away. You know, because Davey was headed for some huge, huge things, and Larry Mack was entrenched there. And, you know, that was going to be his deal. You know, inheriting Earnhardt's car when he did, you know, when Earnhardt was past his prime, you know, and then he never even, you know, he didn't get any credit for Earnhardt's win at Daytona. Everybody knew it was just a matter of time, and it finally happened, you know. And so he didn't get the benefit of that. But, you know, I just think he was in a tough spot, you know, because if Earnhardt didn't win, that's not good. Boy, Richie is blinking bad there.
Richie has been known to do that a time or two in a race, though, so it could be normal for Richie.
Well, as long as he doesn't blink out and get pulled out of the race or something. So let's see.
I don't know about Larry Mack, but
I mean, I love Larry Mack though as a broadcaster. Phenomenal. Loved all that stuff they did back in the day on Speed Network and all of that, man. Love Larry Mack. You know,
I just don't. I feel like Larry Mack would be the crew chief. The driver made the crew chief, and where like Jimmy Johnson and Chad Knaus, they were.
Well, I think people would argue that Chad Knaus made Jimmy Johnson.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Like, that's where, and then, like you say, Davey Ellison could have made Larry Mack. I do think probably the greatest duo of all time would be Gordon and Everham, because both went on to do great things after splitting apart.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
that's where
what's the old boy that I can't think of him.
Old buddy?
Yeah, you know, old buddy, man. He worked for Richard Petty for years.
Dale Inman.
Yeah, Inman. A lot of people would argue that he's up there in that list, too, of the greatest of all time. And not just because of working for Petty, because he bounced around. You know, he was known to pack his tools up and move around a little bit, you know, and he always was good at getting cars, you know, up front and stuff. He was another innovator. Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson. Junior Johnson. You know, nobody more innovative than Junior Johnson. You know.
I feel like, though, back then, they were more appreciated for that, where today's racing
it's different.
You know, slap it on there. It's not appreciated.
Well, let me just tell you this. I'm going to tell you a story, okay? Now, so, well, you know, we got time. So, a couple of years ago, we were going to Charlotte, North Carolina to look at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, for my son to go to school. And he wants to be a motorsports engineer. That's where he's going to school. But I'm very fortunate to have the opportunity to set up a tour of the Penske Racing facility there in Charlotte with a gentleman who was just absolutely gracious with his time. His name was Ron Rzuski. He was head of Penske's IndyCar program, and it was the week that they switched over to hybrid engines in IndyCar. So you can imagine the amount of cluster fuckery that was going on that week around IndyCar racing, right? So you can imagine it was a disaster. They're switching over from normally aspirated engines to these hybrids, you know, and you could just know the kind of problems that was going to be. But anyway, so he takes 2.5 hours out of his time to give us a tour of the entire Penske facility there in Charlotte, which is their IndyCar program, their sports car program, and their NASCAR program. Well, he told us up front, look, no photos, none of that kind of stuff. You know, and he took us in every secret room there was there, you know, the room where they build the shocks, which, as we all know, is, you know, still one of the lost arts of NASCAR and racing is shock building. He took us everywhere. So at one point now, everybody's out of the facility by the time we get to the end of the NASCAR part because we didn't get there till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And we get in the NASCAR area, and he's like, okay, so you remember how they used to use templates back in the day, right? You know, to check the cars and make sure they fit, whatever. Well, they don't do templates anymore. It's this like 3D photography deal that you pull the car in and it shoots all these pictures of the car, and it, you know, it goes within millimeters, you know, centimeters if you're off, right? Whatever, millimeters. And so he tells us a trick that when they first came out with these cameras, if you used matte black paint, the camera wouldn't register it properly. So they were bending the fenders out on the cars and painting them in matte black, and the camera system wasn't catching them. And so there's a modern way in the modern era that they still are finding ways around the rules. You know, even in today's modern era where it's not very easy at all to find these loopholes in the thing, right? And sure enough, they found a modern loophole that went on for like a year, he said, before anybody caught on to it. And, you know, I just thought that was funny that even in the modern era, as we see Al B coming down here.
Yeah, we've had some. Oh, look at that, too.
That was a big dive right there, wasn't it?
Hey, as long as he's going to be able to stop fine, he'll be all right.
That was nice. I mean, I got to give him credit. That's a quick way you could lose it right there for sure. But he did a good job there. Hit his pit stall perfectly. Look at that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, and then who was that had a back up? Sean Andrews, I believe.
Yep, I believe it was.
Ooh.
Yep.
I think we're going to start getting down to the nitty gritty of things here. Now, guys,
coming.
They've got, you know, I'm interested. So earlier when you were talking there about Penske and stuff, Brent Meckes just shot way out front.
Yes.
Like, he just skipped the whole field. Now, Goodall's got back up to him. That's him, yep. He got up to him. That just tells me Meckes, like, knows he's better on fuel than everybody else.
Well, did he shoot up, or did they start slowing a little bit before their pit stops? Because
this was laps before.
Well, but
I mean, he shot so far out front for a drafting track, it doesn't make sense to me.
To be fair, he's got the second fastest lap of the race.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what lap he turned it on. Does your telemetry tell you that, Jake? Let's see what we got here. Let's see if this.
No, it doesn't.
This might tell us.
Believe it or not, I wished it would, but
hold on. This might tell us. Let's see. That was his last lap. What his last lap? No. So let's see. Best laps of the race.
I mean, Brent's just a guy I know. He knows his stuff.
On the first lap.
Yeah, like Brent knows his stuff. So that's what makes me scratch my head.
Yeah,
He's the thing. There he comes pitting now. But he ain't just weighing it. He knows what he's doing.
Right. So elaborate on what you think he's doing there. You're saying he's so good on fuel that he just went ahead and dropped the hammer for a while?
I think he wanted to say, hey, look, I'm going to put my balls in a wheelbarrow and haul my way around here all by myself. Watch this. That's what I think he said. Because he shot out there. I was watching. I'm like, why is he doing that? And he flew around everybody. And
just so you know, if you ever see anything on track, interrupt me, because I will. This channel's named Motor Mouth for a reason, because I like to talk a lot. So at any point in time, if you see something happening on track that needs to be pointed out, you absolutely interrupt me and let's point it out.
You just tell stories so good. I don't want to interrupt you.
Well, I do like to tell a story now.
Yeah. Hey, I mean. No, but when you were saying about, them cheating the system still to this day, it is kind of still amazing. Like, they're still innovating ways around the rule. It's not wrong if you don't get caught.
No, look, I mean, the bottom line is, and it's not even necessarily cheating per se, it's finding loopholes in the rules. And, there they go. They're all coming in now.
This is just the thing I find interesting about the pit road speed limit.
Love it.
And some guys, I've done, I think, maybe 1 or 2 races for XCAL when they didn't have the pit road speed limit. And it throws you off if you've been doing it for a long
Oh,
time.
I'm sure.
And you're slowing down, everyone's flying around you, like you become a hazard. But it's just the way things change. You gotta change with it, I guess.
Right. No, I mean, I agree. I think I love it though. Like I said, I wish we did it everywhere. I'm sure there's a reason why they don't. There's a lot of history in this league that they've had a chance to work out all the bugs and whatnot. But personally, I'd like to see it everywhere myself. I just think it's cool, and the potential. I wish that you could have contact on pit road with other cars too. But that's another story. For another argument. But.
Yeah, you get a little pissed off at somebody, dump them going down pit road.
No, well, I mean, there's that. That wasn't where I was headed with that, but I mean, I like the way you think.
Oh yeah, I love the way I think sometimes too.
Look, the problem with iRacing is when you do stuff like that, though, people are going to abuse it, and and then it makes it no fun. But like, I wish it was that way too. And that's the other thing. Like with the green flag pit stops, I can say, if I do overshoot my box,
don't overshoot yourself. That's so bad.
I might shit myself too. Hauling down there, if I overshoot my box, it's harder for me to throw it in reverse than other guys. And some guys, they cheat the system that way with having like the auto blip on and stuff. I drive my stuff like it's old school. Like you got to clutch the shift and everything. Other guys, they just got to blip, blip, blip shifts.
So, did Brent Mekas outthink himself here?
I don't know. He's way up there. I mean, I know Brent knows his stuff, but I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what he's doing, to be honest with you, because it's not.
I mean, at this point, you would think that he would be taking it easy and coming back to the field a little bit,
I just want to know if he bought a wheelbarrow with 2 wheels or 1 wheel, because, I mean, he's just hauling it around there.
Yeah, well, them 1-wheel wheelbarrows tip over, boy, there'd be nothing worse than a brush burn. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That would hurt like hell. Speaking of brush burns, Goodall's right here still. He's out here leading this pack as everybody falls in behind him. So let's see. He's going to be due to pit because it looks like he did take a full fuel run on that last one. So he should be able to, but he's not. I mean, he's not saving fuel right now though, where he's sitting.
I'm going to be impressed if he's there at the end, green flag the whole way.
Well, the thing is, with the way these pit stops are going to cycle, if it goes green all the way, he should be pretty close on that last stop. If I were him, I would definitely be saving some fuel here. Because if you calculate out the way we talked about it, if he could stretch it a little bit, he should be able to get there on his last stop, where everybody else is certainly going to make it, which it looks like he's kind of holding back right now and getting pushed, a little bit. So maybe he is.
The thing is, if he does good enough here, we got to talk to him again after the race. He's going to be like, how about that?
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. I mean, again, if he backs it up and does something with it, more power to him, talk away.
More money for my Happy Meal. That's what he would say.
2 cheeseburgers and 20-piece 20-piece nugget and 2 cheeseburgers in paradise, baby.
You seriously got me thinking I need to go to McDonald's. Like, seriously.
After the broadcast? Dude, it's going to be like 10:30. You don't need to be eating all that crap at 10:30 at night. Drink your NyQuil and go to bed.
Well, yeah, I need one. I need some NyQuil, to be honest with you.
Now, if you want to make this broadcast interesting, drink the NyQuil now. And let's see how you...
Hell no.
Do you use a little... All right, here's a question for all you folks out in chat, too. If you're out there with us still... let me know what you think.
With a still?
No, well, if you're still with us out there in chat,
Okay, I thought we were talking about like moonshine.
No, still. No, I know you do that, but.
Oh hell yeah.
No, so my question is when you take something like NyQuil Do you use the little cup on top and measure it out, or you just take a swig out of the bottle?
I throw the cup away when I open
Me
it.
too. Absolutely. The cup goes right in the damn garbage the second I
Yeah.
take the plastic wrap off. That's what I'm talking about. What about you,
Cup.
Jake? Use
I
the
use
cup?
cup. Yeah.
And why is that? So you get the proper dosage? Or you just don't want to mouth up the bottle?
But do you also, when you pour it in the cup, are you one of them that just pours it in the cup, or do you get down and make sure it's aligned?
I pour it in the cup, and if it gets right at the point where it's about to overfill, I say it's fucking enough. That's what I do.
I don't know. It's still, I swig out the bottle. I definitely take more than the allotted amount, you know.
Well, I can see that point, but then you think about it, that, you know, I guess I get worried about it, you know, if I'm sick and then I take a NyQuil, I get to feeling better, but then my wife catches it. There you go. Well, which hell, I mean, if she took it from the, you know, if she poured it in the cup,
Thank you.
well, she's screwed either way. So, okay, I guess that's you pour it.
I just, yeah.
The way I look at it, they give you the damn
Gerald
cup.
wants to
Use
know
it.
if we've tried the Big Arch yet. I have not tried the Big Arch yet.
No.
I don't even know what.
things.
I don't even know what
plan on it.
What is the Big Arch? I don't even know about the Big Arch.
It's apparently a new burger, but it's got like, it's pretty much a burger, but it's got like a sauce and stuff, and it looks good. I'll be honest. I've had a buddy, he's had it. Good things I hear. You know?
So if I'm getting a hamburger, typically I don't go to. If I'm looking for a decent fast food burger, I typically don't go to McDonald's. For me, if I want a good fast food burger, I'm usually choosing Wendy's or Sonic. Actually, has pretty good burgers as well.
Today, very good.
And you know, and there's some others out there. Obviously, McDonald's is probably not at the top of that list. So for me, if I go to McDonald's, it's almost if I can, I get nuggets. But if I'm driving and trying to eat and I can't, I get 2 double cheeseburgers and just go old school. You know, well, they're not cheap anymore, but they used to be the old school dollar cheeseburgers. You know, double cheeseburgers. But and then my trick.
Speaking of which,
Yep.
Speaking of which, Jim, you just brought this up. You done this,
Okay.
so this is your fault.
Yeah.
You brought up Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Sonic.
Good burgers, man. Great corn dogs.
Yeah,
Hot dogs are pretty good.
but
Uh-oh.
we got beef. When I get a Frito chili pie there, I want some chili on my chili pie. Why do they got to dry that sumbitch up so bad?
Well, chili pies, there's only 2 places that you should ever really get a Frito pie from. Three. State
Okay,
Fair.
well, yeah,
The State Fair.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The skating rink when you were 12. And
Yeah.
and home.
So basically, I messed so well.
Yeah. So you just
Okay.
got it at the wrong spot. You know?
Shit.
Yeah. So I mean, that's all it is. If you want a good Frito pie, you got to go back to the 12-year-old skating rink. You remember that was always the best Frito pie you ever had in your life. It always will be. That 12-year-old at the skating rink, or you know, the State Fair. Best $17 corn dog you'll ever buy in your life will be at the State Fair.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, and then at home, man, you make you a good batch of chili, and the next day after you've had chili for dinner,
You shit yourself.
well, no, I don't. We're from Texas, baby. If you can't eat chili here, you got to man up, move out, one of the two. And it's Texas red here, and that means no beans, folks. Beans are for
That's
soup.
what I've been saying. Yep.
Beans are for soup. They're not for chili. So, Alex Goodall, I don't see him doing himself any good out here leading this race like this. I don't see this as not leading the race, but you leading this pack of cars.
Y'all can't make me laugh that damn hard. Y'all know I'm sick. Y'all know I can't. Don't do that. Oh God, that might kill me. Robert, that might kill me.
Brent. You eat chili with beans, it'll kill you too. 'Cause
I know it will.
That's a whole nother story. But yeah, no beans. You know, no beans in your
I
damn
thought-
chili.
I thought I was weird because I would order at McDonald's when I order the number 3. I say I want a number 3, only cheese and ketchup. I thought I was weird for doing that until Jake said he gets just cheese and ketchup.
Yeah.
I'm not so weird. But like, why are you giving me more stuff? Like, I don't want it. I'm trying to save you money, and I don't like it.
Well, it's just
That's my
following
point that
instructions.
I'm trying to make, though, Robert. Hold up. That's my point that I'm trying to make, Robert.
I don't want
It's
it.
$15 an hour, and they can't make it simple as hell. Less shit to put on the burger, and you still screw it up.
Okay,
That's
so
my point.
So
Yeah.
my trick is when I order those double cheeseburgers that I tell you about, because you know those they used to, well, especially not as much anymore, but they used to like sit in the rack made for like forever, you know, till somebody orders them. They don't really do that anymore, but they used to. So what I would do is I would order them with extra onions and no pickles, not because I didn't like pickles, but because I knew that they would have to make it fresh because the ones in the rack would have pickles on them already, right? And but nowadays they pretty much make them all to order now. But so yeah, so now I order no pickles, extra onions, and inevitably 9 times
the
out of
pickles?
10 I get pickles and I get no onions.
And you wanted extra onions.
Yeah, and especially those on that double cheeseburger because that's those little dehydrated onions that they rehydrate, the little bitty minced up ones, and I love them. They're so good.
Well, what makes me mad is I sometimes will want bacon on it, so I'm paying extra for the bacon.
Well, if you don't get that,
And they
now
don't
that's
put the
bullshit.
bacon on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
bullshit.
but they don't put the bacon on. I didn't ask for the onions. I didn't ask for the pickles or the lettuce. Or the
That's
tomatoes,
that
but you
shit's
gave
all
me that.
cheap. The bacon, though, they
Yeah.
make their money back on that.
Our boy Goodall's pitting too. Things gonna get interesting.
Let's see. He ain't making it from here. He didn't save enough fuel to make it from here.
Y'all killing me.
He's gonna have to splash and gas that thing at the end, man. He ain't gonna make it from here.
But is he hoping for that extra caution at the end?
Well,
He
he's
thinks
hoping.
there's going to be a caution.
Well, he's hoping. But again,
I
if,
mean,
you're, if you're these
I don't
other
hate it.
guys and you don't have to pit, they're going to pit one more time, and that's going to be it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're not going to come in at that point. They're going to stay out
Yeah,
and keep the track position.
No, but I think he might know something we don't know. He thinks there's going to be a
Who?
wreck
Goodall?
at the end.
He don't
Yeah.
even know how much a Happy Meal costs.
Right.
Damn.
He might be saying, "Hey, I'm the real winner champ over here. I don't
Well,
need to
let's
buy
see.
a Happy Meal.
Let's see. Well,
They give
No
me
shit.
the Happy Meal.
well,
they
look,
give me the
Gerald. Hey, Gerald's the one that brought up the big arch. He might be buying his drivers big arches. What do we know? Okay, we don't know. He might be. Hey, he might have sent Goodall a damn McDonald's gift card and said, "Here, you get all the damn Happy Meals you want." But uh-oh. Gerald done brought up the touchiest subject in all of McDonald's.
The McRib.
The
I've never
McRib.
had it.
You've
I've
never
never
had
had
the
it.
McRib?
Never had it.
Okay, so
It looks good. Just never had it.
my take on the McRib is no. That's my take. But I'm a big-time barbecue guy. I live in the state of Texas. I spent many years barbecuing at barbecue competitions, so I'm a barbecue snob. So I say no.
So you're judging, but so that's
No,
because I can
no,
appreciate
it
that.
just-
You're like,
It's
This
not that
ain't
I'm
good
judging
barbecue.
it. It just tastes like shit compared to any kind of other barbecue that I could get my hands on. You know,
see,
there's
no,
just
I
as
feel
many
it.
barbecue joints as there are McDonald's, if not more, around me. It's real easy for me to swing through and get a chopped brisket sandwich or a sliced
Lord.
brisket sandwich, you know. So there's no need for me to get a McRib. Now, if you lived in a place that ain't got barbecue, sure, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate it because see, I have a great grandma. You know, she's been gone now, but for a while she's from Italy, and she made true Italian sauce.
There you go.
So I'll go to like these restaurants, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're authentic Italian." Like, no, you're not. This was out of a can. And then they get mad at me. I was spoiled. I had
That's
true
right.
Italian sauce.
Yep.
So I can appreciate it. You had good barbecue. I expect my barbecue to be good every time.
Yeah, and that's yeah. I can't. Look, I get the whole McRib thing, and I did like them at one point in time. I remember liking them, but the last time I went to try to have one, I just couldn't. I literally took about 2 bites, and I'm like, I cannot do this.
Yeah, I heard they sucked. That's just what I heard, but I heard they sucked.
So Steve out there says that the McRib is just the Encore Salisbury steak with barbecue sauce on a bun with a pickle. Well, to be honest with you, that's a compliment, because what it really is more what it's more knuckles and snout that's ground in and pressed in to look like some ribs. So
like maybe TV dinner Salisbury steak. TV dinner style.
Even that might be pushing it, but I'll give it that, maybe. But it's bad.
They actually put a pickle on that damn thing?
They do put a pickle on it. You get fresh onions, barbecue sauce, and a pickle. Chattanooga barbecue. Yeah, can't argue with Tennessee barbecue now. I'm a big barbecue guy from all over the country. There's different styles. I love Tennessee barbecue. I love that barbecue from out there in North Carolina with that thin vinegar sauce or that mustard sauce from the Carolinas. I like that. Like that sweet sauce from Memphis, or even sweeter from Kansas City. It's all good.
I just don't know how anyone could hate barbecue. Like,
me.
Why would you hate it?
Right. Because you don't have to have sauce. Texas, they don't really do sauce here too much. Some do, but for the most part, no.
I would put barbecue in the same category as boobies. Nobody hates it.
And everybody wants to get their hands on something.
Exactly.
Well, that depends on who you ask.
Well,
just saying.
Okay. Well,
that might open a whole another fucking can of worms.
Let's don't open that can of worms at all. That's right, Gerald. That's how real barbecue served, Gerald. Pickles on the side. When you go to a Texas barbecue joint, they serve you your meat on a piece of butcher paper. You order your meat by the pound. They put it on butcher paper, and you get pickles and onions and sliced bread on the side. That's how it comes.
Just simple, but so good.
So good. Now I'm starving to death, and it's.
I was thinking the same thing.
So bad. Yeah, well, this is your fault. I'm going to blame you, because the munchies kicked in probably 30 minutes ago, and then we keep reliving this food stuff. Now I'm going to die. Brown sugar sauce or nothing.
Jim, actually, it could be everybody's fault, to be honest with you, because we did start the Happy Meal shit.
Well,
think about it.
So, I don't know that Happy Meal led us to this great barbecue, but
no, I don't think it went that far now.
So Steve asked in chat here, for you, those of you that aren't in chat, and if you are watching and you're not in chat, why the hell not would be the first question I've got. We're about time to see some pit stops here pretty soon out of these boys. I think it's coming too.
Also, if you're in the chat and you haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe to Motormouth Broadcasting. That would be a damn good idea.
Please do that. We are flying up in subscriptions. We're not even here a year yet. We're at 820 last time I checked. And I never in a million years thought we would be at 800 subscribers in under a year. That's crazy to me. But Steve brings up the chili and beans thing. I don't think necessarily that it's a North thing. I just think it's a preference thing. And I think it's what you grew up on. Because there are plenty of people here in Texas, as wrong as they are, that put beans in their chili. As incorrect as that is, there are some people here that do it. I just think it's kind of what you grew up on. But, again, I think, I remember the Wendy's chili and the beans in it, and I don't dislike that. But to me, what Wendy's chili is not really chili. It's kind of a ground beef and bean soup.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the flavor of real chili. You know, it's not. To me, it's not what I would classify as chili. Plus, I think. No, I'm probably wrong about that. Never mind. I'm sure that's wrong.
Crystal used to be good.
Hey, boy, let me tell you what now. When I was drunk, and I've been drunk once or twice in my life, at least. You know, I was born and raised right outside New Orleans, so I spent a lot of years in the French Quarter, way prior to the age of 18. Let's just say that. And I've been drunk once or twice in my life, and I would have to say that a White Castle or Crystal Burger, when drunk, is one of the best things there ever was. They also use those little minced dehydrated onions, which I love. And they're fantastic when you're dog-ass drunk, okay?
Yes.
Well, we were traveling. I think it was actually on that same road trip during the college tour there a while back. And there was a Crystal. And I'm like, oh, man, I got to get me some Crystal Burgers. Man, I love Crystal Burgers. And my son had never had a Crystal Burger. And I talked him up. Oh, my God, you're going to love it. Now we got Sean Andrews is coming in pit road. I said, you're going to love them. Their Crystal Burgers are the best ever, you know. And, man, we get a sack full of Crystal Burgers. Neither one of us could even make it through one. They were so bad. Well, look at Brent. He is, Richie, man. Richie hits pit road like a freaking animal, man.
I've become a Richie fan, buddy. When he said about Jack having to drink through a straw, I know that's my guy. That's
awesome. But he did say if this was in real life, he would be drinking through a straw. Yes, but
I expect him to be up to the front tonight, dude.
Oh, dude, he's in the 48 car. That car's no joke, man. That car's fast. You know, to be honest, if you're in the 48 car and you don't perform, I think that's people are looking at you going like, what the hell's wrong with you? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Ryan.
I agree.
Just waiting to see if any of these guys are missing their boxes. Everybody seems to be. Somebody just backed up. Who was that? That was Jose. That's going to hurt a little bit. And this is the money stop here, too, guys. Let's be realistic. This is the stop.
Well, Mauji had an issue here getting in his pit stall.
What in the hell just happened to Mauji?
What did he do? Oh, he hit the wall. Oh, okay.
Did he?
Yeah.
He hit the road wall coming in?
Yeah, he kicked her sideways.
Oh,
gave her a little too much
heat.
Let's
see.
Took him a while.
Let's see what happened here. All right, yeah, he did. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's one of those. Coming in at hot speed and not enough experience practicing it, man. I will say this: if you're in this freaking league and you don't practice these 100-mile-an-hour pit stops, you're crazy. You know.
I tell you what. Yeah,
I think that people should practice pit stops anyway, but that was a death blow to Mauji right there. I mean, not really, but it certainly.
He's going to need a caution.
Is he? Yeah, is he that far off? Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of time there, but like that's the thing with XCAL is like
he's going to have. Look, if he can catch those guys, he'll have the Goodall and Ryan show to tag along with and maybe ride along with.
Goodall's just going to be making friends.
Yes. Yeah, well, that's what he's here for, clearly, making friends. I lost my train of thought there. Oh, yeah, but pit stops, man. People don't I'm sorry, I saw this comment. Steve said, I bet you guys in Texas put ketchup on a hot dog. Hell no, you don't put ketchup on a hot dog.
You don't?
No.
What do you put on a hot dog?
Mustard.
No.
Mustard and sweet pickle relish, or then if you
do too much work.
If you do the New York style, you do mustard.
Chili.
You do mustard. I mean, chili dog's all right.
Chili cheese.
That's
dogs.
okay. But if you're gonna do one without that, you do either mustard and pickle relish, or you do New York style with them street cart New York style onions, Or I'll even do a sauerkraut dog every now and then.
I just don't know why people. I know someone that doesn't like ketchup at all.
Well, my son doesn't like
At all.
ketchup, to be honest with you. And by the way, look at this gap now, would you, folks? Look at this gap here now. You got the front
They're all
four.
the beans.
You got the front four out here running together, and they are right now. They are 7.5 seconds ahead of this duo, and then
Are we done with pits though?
Yeah.
Are we done with the fuel?
Yeah.
So
everybody's
this is
pitted.
it.
This is it. How in the hell did Joplin end up so far back here? He had a fast pit stop. Well, he didn't though. He lost 10 seconds on pit road there.
This is the thing, like you come in an XCAL and you run a plate race, you just think you can win it. Like you get on iRacing, you jump in a Draft Masters, you think you can win it, you get the draft, you go. XCAL,
Yeah, this ain't that.
There's a science behind it, and Ryan Seams, a veteran driver,
Yes.
he's over here leading the thing. And I know Ryan knows he's good. If he's leading this thing, he's not inexperienced. He knows he's good.
Right. Well, and I mean, look at your four up here, though. Cody Rogers, ain't talked about him not one time tonight. Jack McKee, the only reason we talked about him so far tonight was mostly because of what happened last week. And J-Dog, what do you know? Shocking. The old veteran here. Here he is.
He's
up
like,
here.
Alex, look at me. Look where I am, Alex.
Is that what he's saying? He probably was
That's what he's
saying that
saying.
last week too, but we're not gonna bring that up right now. But yeah, and then you go back here with Mekas, who, like you said, he was dump trucking his shit around for a while, but the problem was that dump truck slowed him down on pit road. His last pit stop, his entire time on pit road was 1:11. Everybody else was in the 1:1, 1:3 range. So you had
Ryan just dropped out of the lead too.
Well, that's more than likely just rotating back in that pack, you know. How many of those guys are teammates right there?
In the front pack?
Yeah.
I believe 3 of them. I think the one of Cody Rogers is actually a Seams car. The 131 of Ryan Seams is a teammate, and Jason is too. Jack's, I want to say Jack is owned by maybe like Steven Rex or something.
It's probably in our
I
notes.
want to say. I don't read those. Sometimes I think Aaron gets mad because I don't read
You
those.
need to read those, yeah.
I probably should. Well, we're just going to be lined up here for the top 4.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, to be honest with you, right there, Robert. I mean, and Robert, this would be the perfect time, you know, for these old boys up here. Cody Rogers, Jack McKee, J-Dog Seams, and obviously Ryan Seams. That could be an interesting little pairing right there, obviously, with J-Dog and Ryan, you know, to kind of match up and maybe try to get something going, maybe jump up to the outside, or either that or J-Dog just find a hole to get down on the inside of Jack McKee and just jump down there and try to make something happen. But J-Dog knows that he's got Ryan behind him, and he knows that Ryan's not going to hang him out to dry. Obviously, family ties matter more than teammates and all that good stuff.
Well, and they're picking up another teammate, Sean Andrews, and Cody Rogers is going to pick him up here. So he's doing Sean a favor. He's not going to lap Sean. But he's going to ride off of Sean. And what do we got? We're still not inside 10 to go. So it is anyone's race. I hear him backing off here too. So there is some fuel saving. I don't think Cody Rogers has ever won an XCAL event either. So we could see back-to-back first-time winners.
Yeah, we absolutely could. To be honest with you, Robert, I mean, you know, first-time winners back-to-back right here. And think about this, Cody Rogers, Rookie of the Year candidate. Could be prime position right there to help himself out, help himself in that Rookie of the Year standings. all that good stuff. It's like you said, they slid right up here behind Sean Andrews in the 04. Riding right there with him, Cody Rogers, Jack McKee, J-Dog Seams, Ryan Seams. That is the top 4 as they run coming around this time. 17 laps to go once they hit the line. And, oh, boy, look. This is the second pack right here.
Yep,
this is the second pack right here. Brent Mackes, Jose Gadino, obviously Richie Joplin, and Alva Ewins. That's the second pack, and they are 6.5 seconds back, and they are closing, but they're going to have to pick it up if they want to have a shot and get up here with these leaders.
So I got something I cannot help but point out there. Poor Malji, man. God, dog, I hate that for him, but you know what? It's all part of the learning curve, man. 100-mile-an-hour pit stops ain't no joke. You know, that sounds all fun and great till you got to do one. And then under pressure, you know, it's so easy to lock these brakes up. These old cars ain't got good brakes on them. They're just old, you know, street discs, you know. That's tough to stop a car. But so, you know, that was the money pit stop, clearly, right? We know that. Mm-hmm. The guys that are up front now all had 101 or 103, meaning 1 minute, 1 second, 1 minute, 3 second pit stops. That second pack, starting right back here with Meckes, 111, 110, 111, 111. That's your next pack. Then you had your real have-nots, which were, well, Goodall was at a 120 on the money stop. But that's what even his money stop, because if things goes green, he's going to have to pit here real soon. Ryan Warp, 118. Obviously, Malji, 124. Man, so this truly comes down to the guys who hit the money stop and got it done in and off pit road. You know, their pit time in the box wasn't that tremendously different. It was the getting on and off pit road that made the difference here. And it's ultimately is what separated these packs and is going to more than likely create your winner tonight.
Yeah, it's been consistency all night. That's a big thing.
Yeah, well, some of them have been, you know, consistent, and then there's been some that's bouncing all around, you know. I think that if you were to go back and look at each and every pit stop and the time, let's see. I was going to say, I was thinking that this might give me an idea, but I don't think it will, actually. Yeah,
Cody Rogers is the rookie here, leading the race.
Yes. Yes.
Even if they freight train him, you got to be happy with yourself. Like, you survived tonight.
He's in a spot. He's in a spot that he can potentially win this race. You know, and I mean he's going to slide back right now, but that's all right. I mean, he's put himself in a spot to have a chance to win this race, and that's all that you can ask for. He's
going to go for it, but McKee's the only one. I think he's a lone dog. I mean, I think this is all teammates. Now this is how you find out who's true to who. Because me personally, I don't like racing with friends or teammates at all. When I was brought up,
you're a loner, Rob.
Kid,
you know, that's another story. That we'll talk about that in our next counseling session.
It is. You know, when I was raised, like, you know, as a kid racing and coming up through the ranks, I was taught you're not to have friends at the racetrack. I wasn't allowed to play with the other kids and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, we're getting it out now. The scarring is coming out right now. Go ahead.
It is. That's all. That's the drinking problem. But it's so much harder to race a teammate or a friend than it is. I would rather be Cody Rogers and Jack McKee right now than Jason Seams and Cody Rogers. It's so much easier to race.
I get that perspective. Certainly, I agree with you in a sense that, you know, yes. I mean, you're not gonna bumper your teammate and car owner, for example. You know, you're not gonna do that, and I get that. But if I'm Cody Rogers, I will absolutely dump Jack McKee if it's necessary to win the race. You know, and that's what I like about XCAL. Just to bring that up real quick, this is a place where it's still okay to dump somebody. Most leagues, it's not okay to do that anymore. that is, I mean, let's be honest. And I'm not one to start anything, and I probably shouldn't even say this, but it's the politically correct version of racing. I don't
Yes.
want that.
Yes.
I want to be able to put the bumper to somebody. I want to be able to wreck them. I mean, or not wreck them even. Just put the bumper to them. Not necessarily
Rough
wreck
'em
them.
up.
Give 'em-
Yeah.
Rough 'em
Give
up a
'em a
little
little-
bit. Yeah.
Give 'em
Rattle
a
their
little
cage a
foot
little
ass.
bit,
Yeah.
But,
Give them no foot and ass. As Red
So
Foreman
we are
would
9
say.
to go,
There you
boys. This thing is going green
staying
from
green.
here.
And see, Cody's going to find out how much Jason likes him, because if Cody steps out, does Jason go with Jack and try to go for himself, or does he leave Cody hanging? Like,
Oh, if you're J-Dog and you don't go with Cody, your rookie, to help him get a race win, are you kidding me? You gotta.
I agree
You gotta want to
fully.
see your rookie win. You gotta want to see that.
and that would show
I'd be
how good
shocked.
of a team owner you are. I mean, like,
Well,
You're
look,
not
J-Dog's got numerous championships. I've seen him holding the trophies. That's some big ass trophies, by the way.
that's what she said.
Okay, there's no need to start lying at this point in the broadcast. You were just all honest with us about, your traumas as a
I wasn't
child.
allowed to have friends.
That's right, exactly. No need to start fibbing now. And by the way, I just want to point out about the hot dog thing. I had 2 hot dogs for dinner tonight. So there's that. That's what I had for dinner because I was in a hurry to get back up here so I could make the drivers' meeting tonight. And so I had 2 quick hot dogs. That's what I had for dinner tonight. And they were with mustard and sweet relish. So now we got that out of the way with 7 laps to go. Jack McKee out here in the front. If I was a gambling man, which I have been known to on occasion, I would be willing to bet that Jack McKee does not stay at the front of this pack till the end.
I mean, I don't think so. Jack hasn't made a lot of friends lately from other leagues I've seen him race in with these same guys. He's turned a leaf a bit, a little more aggressive. A bunch of teammates here too behind him.
Yes, string of teammates. Teammates and a brother from another mother, literally. That is the greatest
Exactly.
freaking thing ever. The brother from another mother, and it really is a brother from another mother. That's so awesome.
Literally.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. So let's go back here. Where's? Where is? Oh my goodness. What's going on over here? Has he pitted?
He ain't
oh,
doing
he did.
very good.
No,
Yeah,
no,
he did. He
pitted. Yeah,
did.
he pitted. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I thought he might have been slowing down for the drive-through window, but that's another.
So much for Happy Meal. So much for Happy Meal. It ain't going to be good for him. 5 to go. Jack McKee leading it. Cody Rogers, J-Dog Seams, Ryan Seams, Brent Mekas, and crew 2 seconds back, 2.5 seconds back. They are closing, but Jim, I just don't think they're going to have enough time to run them down. I mean,
No, I
they're
don't
going to
think
have
so.
to literally start hauling ass, and I just don't think they've got enough ass to haul, to be honest with you.
No, and the pack up there is plenty big enough that they're running very similar lap times. They're closing on them slightly, but it's nothing to speak of. The only thing is when Cody and J-Dog or whoever tries to pull out, and it's going to slow that front group up, maybe, but I don't think so.
Robert, in this point right here, when do you make your move? Is it now? Is it 2 to go? Is it next lap? I mean, obviously it probably wouldn't be 1 to go, but when do you make your move at this point?
If I'm Cody Rogers, final lap, come off the 2, I point it up, I side drive the shit out of him, and I hope and pray Jason likes me a lot and pushes it out of me.
I mean, they're in Discord together. They ought to already be talking about this.
But it's like, you can talk about it, all right? So I've been in situations with teammates that are like, I'm going to help you. And
Yeah,
they
but
don't
that's
help
different, man. He's the car owner, and that's his
But-
rookie driver.
Yeah. So Jason is one of them guys. Jason and Ryan both are one of them guys, though. Like, they say they're going with me. I 100% have faith in. Where there's other guys, though, you're questionable. And, like, someone like Alex Goodall came in here talking shit. It's like, is he really going to go with me, or is he going to just do what's best for himself, and that's where we talk respect. So
Well,
if I'm Cody Rogers, I think I got this thing in the bag. I'm just waiting.
I am 100% in belief that that's exactly what's going to happen, and that these busting at the seams boys here are planning and have already got this figured out what they're going to do. They've already got a game plan in mind, I think, at this point. And I am.
What are you doing if you're Jack? That's a big thing.
Blocking?
Like, what are you
Block-
setting up for there?
Block
You
your
slowing down?
ass off.
No, I mean, you might try
I
to
would.
slow up on this last lap here. We're on the white flag now, last lap. Let's see what happens. I might try to mess their run up a little bit by, slowing up and staying right where he's at.
That's
Where
where
they got
they
to.
go.
Yep. Here he goes.
Oh!
Wait, no,
I think it's too early.
J-Dog coming down. He tries to come
I think
around.
It's too early. It's too early. It's too early.
Rogers
Look
up
at this.
top.
I think the rookie got a little ruffled. He went to it too soon.
It may end up paying off for him. Rogers, top side. They doorbang coming off of turn number 4. Rogers, McKee. Rogers, McKee.
Oh, McKee
at
got
the
him.
line.
McKee got him.
Damn.
But J-Dog did not go with him.
5
That's what I
one-thousandths
mean.
of a second. Jack McKee gets Cody Rogers at the line. Wow.
Why would you?
I question things. I would think Jason would go with me, but he didn't, and then Ryan tried to go with him.
Man, really?
Wow.
It's just
All right, let me see. Is there any other real? No, everybody else done. All right, I need to go back and watch that last lap one more
Why
time.
the hell this didn't go the way we thought this was going to go?
I don't get it.
it was a bad setup. I don't think there was good communication there. I think it was just go for it, and I think everybody was just I just
don't know if you're
They didn't do a good job executing.
if you're J-Dog, how you don't follow your rookie to the outside there. You're not going to lose. It's your brother behind you.
But I don't know if Cody Rogers did a good job of getting a run to initiate it.
Well, if anything,
because if you look,
he started too late because he didn't,
I told you, off of two is where I would
But
start
still, J-Dog could have went with him, I think, and potentially helped him there. He
But
tried to
J-Dog,
side
if
draft
you-
him, but then he come up off of that too quick too, I think. But
If you watch off of 2, Jason tried to make the move off of 2.
did he?
I think Cody doubted
One more
his team
time.
mode. I do. I think he doubted him, and he hung in a little too much.
All right, so here we go. Coming to the white flag right here. White flag. All right, sending it off down into 1.
I think Jason
J-Dog.
did the right thing.
So he's
Here.
I mean, he's sitting there ready to go, it looks like. And
Yeah. Cody waited.
it almost looked
See-
like, Well,
see,
but
he
see-
waited. Jason
but
was
then-
peeking up.
but Jason
Cody should
jumped
close.
down. He didn't have to do that right there.
Yeah, but it was done. It was like, I'm going to stay true to you. No one came up. Everyone else ducked down. I got to duck down now, too. Like,
All right,
everyone
well,
leave
we
me
certainly, let's get to these results. We're certainly going to ask. That will definitely be on my list of questions for sure. But let's take a look at these race results here for you.
Yeah, let's see what we got right here. Obviously, the race results for XCAL Racing Web Shop Series here at Kansas. Obviously, 175 laps, 267.60 miles. Obviously, here on the mile and a halfer. 18 green flag lead changes between 9 different drivers. Obviously, no cautions here this evening. Hard charger, it was Jack McKee. Obviously, we're up 7 spots from where he started at. Brent Meckes actually led the most laps. So good run for him tonight. Jack McKee actually got the fastest lap as well with Richie Joplin. Starting on the pole when it's all said and done. He led 14 laps right there at the end of it. And Jack McKee gets the win here tonight. Cody Rogers actually it was 6 one-thousandths of a second. Busting at the seams. Racing obviously with Cody Rogers. He ends up finishing in second. J-Dog seams, busting at the seams. Got a lot of seams going on right here. But there you go, McKee, Rogers, and Seams. Podium finishers. We'll be talking to those guys here in just a little bit. Ryan Seams gets 4th with Brent Meckes, who led the most laps. He finishes 5th, with Richie Joplin 6th. Albie Hewins finishes 7th. Jose Godino, I'm going to keep saying it like that. Jose Godino ends up finishing at 8th, with Ryan Warp in 9th, and Sean Andrews finishes 10th, with David Malgi and Mr. Happy Meal himself, Alex Goodall, ends up finishing 12th here this evening. Well, let's round up with some podium finishers.
Yeah,
and let's see what they got to say about this, because this is going to be a little bit interesting of a little deal right here. We'll bring Jack up first. Obviously, Jack wins the race.
Yep.
And Jack McKee, buddy, congratulations on the win. Interesting little last lap, baby. What are you thinking right there out of that? First off, congratulations on the win, but, I mean, what are we thinking right there? Cody Rogers, J-Dog, both of them busting at the seams, racing teammates right there behind you. What are you thinking right there on that last lap?
I thought Cody was gonna get me. We were so close. He's ahead of me for a little bit, and then I just got a better run coming off the corner. But it was a lot of fun.
Were you shocked about the move off of 2 though? Like they didn't seem very organized after.
Well, I wish we were racing a little bit more, like the last few more laps. But there, guys behind us were catching us. The pack behind us. We were worried that they were gonna catch us. But yeah, I was a little bit worried when he stepped out of line there. Like, oh, here we go.
I mean, to be honest with you, I have to say I was shocked that J-Dog didn't go with him, myself.
Yeah.
I just thought for sure that he would obviously follow his rookie, But worked out well for you. I do want to ask you, though, before the race, we had a conversation with Richie Joplin, and obviously that incident from last week came up shockingly. I know that you're shocked that came up, and there was obviously some penalties involved. I want to give you a chance to say your piece about the incident if you want to, because he certainly got his opportunity earlier in the broadcast to do that, and I also want to maybe give you a chance to comment on the penalty.
Yeah, I mean, I know why I got the penalty. I always deserved the penalty there, but I just was trying to get next to him there, and I was just come off the corner, too much gas coming out of that corner, and just got up into him. But I'd 100% deserved that penalty last 2 weeks ago. But yeah,
that's a man who's driven penalty laps before, apparently.
Yep. Yep.
All right, buddy. Well, look, congratulations. Good run for you tonight. Solid run all the way around there, and I'm sure you feel blessed right now, considering you had 3 busted at the seams cars lined up behind you. So I'm sure you feel really good right now walking out of here with this win.
Oh yeah, it's just such a blast.
All right.
All righty, with Jack, buddy, congratulations on the win. Appreciate your time. You got any sponsors, any shout-outs you want to thank?
Yeah, I would like to thank Sim Racer Hub, Flame and Karma Paint, Admin Box, J-Dog's Carpentry, and XCAL Web Shop. Get your shirts.
Yep.
And for you guys for broadcasting, appreciate it.
Yep, and get them new mugs too. They got them new got the new mugs out, so check those out.
Good mugs.
All right,
good
man.
Mugs. Good coffee mugs, baby.
Yes,
that's all
right.
you need right there.
You can get some of that busting at the beans. We don't want to do that during Jack's thing. Never mind.
Busting at the beans.
Yeah, sir. Well, that's another company's coffee. But anyway, all right, Jack. Congratulations, buddy, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, appreciate it. See you guys.
All right, so now pull both. I want you to pull both of them in here, if you would.
Okay. Let's see what you got, right?
No, I mean,
Jim's got questions.
No, well, I do, but
we got questions.
But anyway,
we're curious.
First, we got Cody Rogers.
Jim.
Got Cody Rogers here with us tonight. Congratulations on your second place finish. Phenomenal run. Obviously, big help in the Rookie of the Year points and all of that as well.
Yes, thank you. Finally feels good to be up here in the top 3. I feel like it's been a rough year so far.
Well, it's there's a maturation curve here, man. These guys have been doing this a long time, a lot of them. So, it's kind of hard to get that figured out. But I will say the difference tonight came down to that front group of the 4 of you when it came down to the money stop, you all nailed your money stops. Your pit road speed, your time on pit road and off of pit road, and your obviously time in the box. The four of you were very close, within a second and a half of each other. The next group of four cars that was kind of catching y'all at the end, they were significantly slower than you guys. After and like 6 or 7 seconds slower, and that ultimately was what caused that gap on track. So congratulations on you guys nailing your final pit stop there. Again, they don't call it the money stop for nothing. So but yeah, congratulations. But tell us how your race overall went tonight.
I feel like it went really, really well. Like you just mentioned, the pit stops are just so huge in this series, and that's been my struggle this season, right? So I had a chance to win at Charlotte, but then Charlotte happened. But after that, it's just every single week I've had something go wrong on pit road, whether it's been a messed up entry or some random mistake. But the pit stops are key to winning this race. We executed those well tonight, and now here I am. Sucks I didn't win, freaking first loser, but hey, it feels good to finally be up here.
Well, now that you mentioned first loser, and we happen to have your car owner in here with us, and I'll say, well, let me do this. When you pulled up to going into turn 3, when you decided to pull out there and to go for the win, did you expect that J-Dog was going to come with you?
I did. I was watching my mirror and I saw his car tucked back down. I was like, oh no, don't push him. But then I'm thinking about it. We're all teammates up here, so I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm just going to try to get down as low as I can, maybe suck the air off of his car, and I didn't do it enough, I guess.
Well, there's probably a little side drafting lesson in there for you, and I'm gonna, and that all comes with experience. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you congratulations again on your second place finish. It's fantastic, well deserved, and go ahead and give any shout outs you want to do, and then we're going to move on and talk to J-Dog. I got questions for him as well.
Oh yeah, I just want to thank all my sponsors: J-Dog's Carpentry, Flaming Karma Paint Shop, XCAL Web Shop, Admin Box with the double X, and then just a huge thank you to Jason Seams for giving me the opportunity to race this year, and just congratulations to everyone at Busting the Seams Racing. We killed it tonight.
Absolutely did. Congratulations again, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again soon.
Yep, thank you.
Jason, J-Dog. So
it's a pleasure to be here.
Well, my first question, congratulations on the placing of your cars up here at the front and your third place finish, but I got to ask, man, why didn't you pull out with Cody and follow him up there?
So to be honest, my brother was back there, so I was just I went for it and I didn't have the run, so I wanted to tuck back down and try to pick up a draft again. And then Ryan got into the back of me. I really was hoping Ryan was able to get to the high side, so we had a little confusion there. And I didn't want to push. If you notice, I didn't push either of them.
Right.
In fact, I even really didn't try to get too close to Jack. I knew I was going to finish in the top 4 right there, and Cody and Jack hadn't won. I didn't want to risk wrecking. And it was kind of hard for that car that it just didn't want to get it didn't pull up real good at this track for some reason. Not like it did at some of the others.
Well, let me ask you this.
It was a good battle.
Were y'all talking in Discord about a strategy there? I know, I'm sure y'all are all in the same Discord, right?
We basically, now that it's over, we were hoping we had the last 5 laps to battle it out, but they were coming pretty quick. Once we switched up and put Jack in the front, we kind of neutralized it a little bit. And speaking of that, a big thanks to Sean and Dave, too, because they pulled out and let us get a pull off them, too, because we were real close on fuel. And that's where we actually beat them in the pits because we had to take less fuel.
Right.
And that's a huge factor here. So we were talking, but with them coming so fast, we couldn't we couldn't really battle it out for 5 laps because in 3 they would have caught us and been faster. So we just needed to preserve and run single file right there until the very end.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I was curious. I just was curious if there was a game plan or if it was just gonna wing it. And see how it turned out. But
It's definitely a wing it in a way, even though we plan all we want and it worked good all the way up until the last 5 laps. We couldn't do really what we wanted.
Right.
So,
well, all right.
but it was a good finish. Got to apologize for broadcast vanishing. That's a penalty per the rule book, and I'm so used to just hitting that button because it brings up so I can click on here and change my discords for you. And I just told everyone not to do it, and then I did it. So I apologize there, but it's been a pleasure talking with you. It was a great race. I'm glad we all finished up there. I think I messed up Ryan a little bit, and right at the end, I didn't mean to, but all in all, a good night.
Well, congratulations again, and it's a great night for your team overall. I mean, just absolutely phenomenal. So,
actually, it was first, second, and third. Now that so a team sweep. So I'm sorry, Ryan. That's all I can say. I know he's my brother. I'm gonna go out there and he's gonna give me crap.
Right? Yeah. So, we were telling everybody it's probably time to go get some of them busting at the beans coffee and get you one of them new coffee mugs out of the web shop there, and but just don't stack them apparently because
that's right. They don't stack.
Apparently,
good.
They don't stack well. We've been told.
I know I didn't get a chance to talk with you guys, but I just figured I wouldn't say nothing about the whole Goodall situation. See where it played out, and tonight it played out well.
You noticed that, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
just had to throw that in there.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring it up. I was going to let it lie. I wasn't going to poke the. I won't say poke the bear. That actually has different meaning in this league. But I wasn't going to poke the J Dog. But since you brought it up and all, I'm sure you listened to the pre-race interview because you were the third if we had time. So I know you were sitting there. So I'm sure you were listening to it. And
I did.
Yeah,
friggin' rookies.
You know what? That's all that needs to be said right there, isn't it? We'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
We'll just leave it there. All right, buddy.
It's a good league. I appreciate you guys doing the broadcast and stuff, and I just want to thank Sim Racer Hub, Admin Box, Flaming Comet Paint Shop for all these great paint schemes with the cars.
Yes.
My company, J Dog's Carpentry. All the fans and
where are you based out of, J Dog? In case anybody's watching out here that doesn't know you personally, where's J Dog Carpentry based out of? In case anybody's in that area and wants to get in contact with you.
I'm based real close. I don't know if anyone's familiar with New England at all, but up in Maine, we have a big ski resort up here called Sunday River. Mm-hmm. And I am not too far out of there, but I'm based out of West Paris. A lot of people recognize Lewiston, Auburn, Maine.
Yep.
I'm about 25, 30 minutes from there if I drive straight south.
Well, anybody in that general vicinity up there certainly know where you're at, which is so if you're up there, you can give old J Dog a call there, and if you need some carpentry work done. And I just thought I'd give you a shout out for that since I know you're a big sponsor of this league and have been since I've been around. So that's
thank you for that.
Yeah,
I
no
also want to thank Aaron and the XCAL Web Shop Racing Series. Once again, apologize for the broadcast vanishing. So hard to not do that.
Well, it all worked out. We got I just pull up race footage and put you on there, and it's all good. So we'll go that route, and that's just fine. But congratulations again, buddy. Congratulations on the top 3 tonight with all the cars. That's you had a hell of a run here, man. You couldn't ask for a better run in Kansas, man.
I know it was pretty good, all being together and being the ones to battle it out. I know I see Ryan and Dave in there talking in the green room to those guys. I'll have to go in and see what they all thought of it all. Oh, unless you pull them in, but
No, probably not. We're running a little bit on time now, but I don't want to spend all of Aaron's money in the wrong places, you know. So,
but no, well, I appreciate it. Glad
right,
you guys
buddy.
were here to do the broadcast. I'm going to go back and watch it and just thank all fans and check
Yeah,
out
well,
that
I'm
web
just going
shop.
to tell
Bunch
you,
of great new
make
stuff.
sure that you have dinner before you watch, because if not, we got sidetracked on some food there along the way, partially with Happy Meals and McDonald's food, but which you may get a kick
okay,
out of
don't
that.
even get me started on Happy Meals. Me and Ryan got about 47 each when they were getting rid of them Pokemon cards.
There you go.
So we got them and got a bunch, gave them to my boy, who Nick Seams. He races in here. My son, he's
Yeah.
raced
Yeah.
50 something races in here, and he's pretty good, even after not racing for several months. And just so everyone knows, we have him scheduled for one race this year. One race.
And that's what race is that going to be?
That's going to be the second to last race of the season at Charlotte Legends Oval.
Oh, there you
his
go.
favorite track, and he will race that race every year. I'll get a car if I have to, just for him.
There you go. All right, man. Good talking to you again, and I have no doubt we'll be talking to you soon.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
Good talking with you.
Righty. Sound like a plan out of that one right there. I mean, what a race right there all the way down to the end. Jack
Or
gets
lack
it. obviously,
of
right
a
there.
plan.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I didn't
mean, they really
realize
had the plan.
I didn't realize that Jack was also part of that team. That's my fault, because I wouldn't have been plotting as hard against Jack if if I'd have realized that all three of them were teammates, because you didn't really need a plan there, you know. And the odd man out was Ryan Seams. Apparently, he's on a different team. He doesn't drive for his brother. So, for those of you that didn't know that, like me, well, actually, all of us in the booth didn't know that. So we'll just we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, there's some relation there. Obviously.
Yes.
But, what I can appreciate out of all that is out of two on a final lap, it was race for yourself. We're on the same team. We're going to drive each other respectful.
Yeah.
But go for it, you know. So that explains why Jason didn't go with Cody.
Sure.
I will say, if I was Cody, the one mistake, a rookie mistake, just from the outside looking in, and it's easy to judge now, but going into one, if I was Cody, I would have let off Jack's bumper a little more, had Jason back up to my bumper, give me a push off. You seen Jason went for it. I think Cody would have been the winner if he would have laid back a little bit more.
I couldn't agree more. Actually, that's exactly what I saw there, that he was trying to utilize the draft so much that he was really too close. And there was a gap between J-Dog and him. If he would have closed that gap up between him and J-Dog a little bit and made that move, then he would have gotten a better run up there on that outside, I believe.
He's happy to finish second, though. So, I mean, I'm glad to see him.
Well, both of them, neither one of them had won, so we got a first-time winner either way. So,
yep. It was a good race. That's
yeah,
what I take away.
Yeah,
and
good race.
Mr. Happy Meal, he's going to wait next week for a Happy Meal, I guess. Hopefully they have a special.
Well, no, I mean, at this point, he's earned enough that he can at least eat a Happy Meal, but he certainly ain't elevating up to the big arch or anything. No, and certainly not the 20-piece combo. Right, Jay?
Burn up a lot of fuel.
Nah, he certainly ain't going to be elevating up to that anytime soon. But what a race down to the line. And Jack McKee gets the win here tonight. Jim, buddy, your final take on here tonight here at Kansas. Always a pleasure, buddy. I'm sorry. It seemed like you might have took more of the load here tonight. Obviously,
no, not at all.
I'm a little bit
Not
under
at
the
all.
weather, obviously, buddy. But your final take on it.
My final take is that you are an absolute damn beast for even showing up. I know how sick you are. Nobody else does. You just sound like you got a scratchy throat, but I know how sick you are. And you don't know how much I appreciate you showing up, and that means a lot, as you well know. And my final take on this race was it was a good race. The 100-mile-an-hour pit stops in the end were the decider. The guys that came in and managed their time on and off pit road ended up being the lead pack and ended up winning this race. You know, we had it was good racing, man. Green flag. Not surprising that we went caution free here, not at all. But just overall good stuff, man. XCAL. That's all you need to know.
Yes, sir. XCAL, all we need to know. Robert, buddy, always a pleasure having you up here in the booth with us as well, with all the knowledge and the insight that you have. Your final take on tonight here at Kansas.
I'm just glad somebody else out there orders at McDonald's with just cheese and ketchup, to be honest with you. It was a fun race. Like I said, if you're a NASCAR fan and you understand the science of racing, it's interesting to you from beginning to end.
Yes.
Rookie Cody Rogers, he was there the whole way. We've seen David Maugy. He was a winner last week, but made that last-minute mistake. Alex Goodall talking shit, made a mistake. It's all interesting. So
it's all
I can't
good
wait
stuff.
to come back next week.
Indeed. Where are we next week? Do we know?
Yeah, Iowa.
All right. A mile.
Iowa,
huh?
April the 7th. April the 7th, ironically enough, that will be the same day that my son turns 9 months old.
Well, there you go.
So, pretty cool deal out of that one, obviously. Be doing the little cupcake deal and all that cool stuff as well. But, folks, what a race. XCAL always delivers some of the best street stock racing that iRacing has to offer, and it damn sure put on here tonight. Questionable, maybe how it finished. Granted, teammates. It is what it is. But in the end, Jack McKee gets him the win here tonight, up 7 spots. Britt Meckes actually was up 7 spots as well, so both of them actually kind of matched that spot as well. But anyway, like I said, Jack gets the win here tonight, so congratulations to Jack. Congratulations on all of them putting on a hell of a show. And we'll see what they do in Iowa next week. But, folks, that is going to do it for this broadcast here on Motormouth Broadcasting. Obviously, got to thank all the sponsors, Admin Box, just all of them, every single one of them. Roasted Record, Digital Race Engineer, you name it. I mean, the sponsors list goes on and on and on. I mean, there's so many of them. If I started trying to call off a bunch of them, I'll end up forgetting a couple of them. So that's why I never really call them off, because I'll end up forgetting some, and I don't want to piss anybody off. That's the only reason I don't do that. But, I mean, seriously, all the great sponsors that keep this league running, keep it going. Appreciate them, love them, mean it, and thank you very much to them. Shout out to the drivers, putting on a hell of a show. Interesting race, and I loved it. Fans, y'all come out in big numbers, interacting with us, supporting this great league. And, obviously Aaron Hillebush and, all the admins, that have a hand in this, allowing us to come in here, commentate on the race, entertain you, the fans, and see some of the best street stock racing on iRacing. For a good buddy over here, giving us the insights here with XCAL, Mr. Robert Cogan, and the boss man of Motormouth Broadcasting, Mr. Big Jim Cunningham. I'm the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves, saying as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast. Wow, Jack McKee gets it done here in Dorothy's Country in Kansas. Now we're going to go to the cornfields in Iowa. Get your popcorn ready. Short track racing. We're back at it with the street stock. See how this one turns out next Tuesday night. Same time, same channel. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, live and only on Motormouth Broadcasting. We're going to Iowa, baby. We'll see you there.